Fane scanlines. Like this ranked is Neil, me, and then Chris.
How is mine?
You have none, so you're not even in the competition.
Wow, it's an
Same as
HDP
Teo.
webcam. So, yeah.
This is a fucking C920.
This is...
Yeah, that's the same as mine.
Running on a
I've
shitty
actually-
laptop.
Shut
I
up!
have a,
I actually
I have a C270.
C27. Holy shit!
Like, old as fuck camera.
Looks good though.
This is what happens when we're off for a week.
No,
Yep.
it's actually 1/24th of a year.
By the way, we're live.
Yep.
Just saying. It's 1/24th of a year since we last played D&D. I have had fucking withdrawal.
Clearly, it's so hard withdrawal that your PC won't boot up and
Yeah. My girlfriend was like, "Is everything okay?" No, I'm on in like 17 minutes, and my computer is dead. That was not fun.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time you're late for your own party.
No. True.
I have to know what party it was.
So, you know that money I made over the weekend? Gone.
You did?
Used it. Yep. I made about $60-70 over the weekend. Gone. Had to pay the internet bill just to make sure I could get in for D&D.
Oh, that's dedication right there.
So 1 second,
A
you paid for a day?
No, I paid off the rest of the internet bill
Oh, okay.
for this month because someone forgot to pay it.
Who was that?
That would be my mother,
Ah, I thought you.
not me.
You don't pay the bills.
I give them money towards them, and they're supposed to pay them.
I love this group.
It only gets better, right? With vintage, everyone just gets better.
Yeah. We keep finding people with computer problems.
I don't
Yeah.
have a computer
And
problem.
so
Well, if
far,
you don't, then you're gonna get it.
I have a good antivirus against your viruses.
what you're running
Your
Linux?
virus- No, I'm just protecting myself against your karma. Anti-karma.
Do you wave like incense sticks around?
I run
After
I
every
throw
session?
Salt every end of session. I throw salt all around and banish the spirits.
I think I should start doing the
There's
same
incense
just
right
in
there.
case.
Doesn't work. Fuck my life. How is the sound though from this microphone?
This looks so.
It's actually pretty good.
Like something is missing.
Why am I not? Oh, I am. Why am I? Oh.
Why are you not what?
No, and my character for a second was only alpha character. That's why I was confused. Why I was only alpha character for a moment.
Ah.
I'm done.
So
So-
we're back
Yes, we're back.
from outer space.
Surprisingly.
Yes.
Now he needs a footstool or something.
My backup is gonna be okay or subpar at least.
Yeast.
Jesus
It's fine.
fuck. Do you all
band?
remember what we did last session and the session before?
Who's Banterol? There's a player called Banterol on Roll20,
Yeah.
and I'm like, who's that?
That's what I
That's
used for
literally been
looking
there
at the map.
every time.
It was? I never
Yeah.
noticed it. Oh, wow. Okay. Welcome, Banterol.
Last session, I remember fucking up a jump to avoid a trap.
Yes,
Yeah, awesome.
Just slightly fucking it up.
yeah. You did specifically say that you would have Shum throw you through the next trap.
I saw that, by the way.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm there. I'm good.
Good.
Yep.
Please make the strength check. For the love of God's sake, make that strength check.
I don't know if you want him to make the strength check.
Do an athletics check.
We'll just see what happens.
Maybe I can help you with prestidigitation. I will make you think you passed that trap.
Look, I'm right there. I was when the baby started crying last time. That's
Yes! We didn't move you.
We left you exactly where you are,
nice. I'm all alone.
Did I open that?
as always.
That's all.
1 second. Is that a character or is that like what?
So we left last session off where you had descended into the crypts below the watchtower, and you had encountered your very first baby's trap and failed miraculously twice in dodging it. And now you have just opened a door covered in spiderwebs, leading into a large circular chamber ahead.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're still waiting for Sep to actually cross it.
Mhm.
Hey, I can cross it with no problems whatsoever.
Oh.
Let's
So
see.
you see.
Am I just gonna jump? Like,
Well,
Jump
you
for
can
sure.
jump, or you can just stay on the other side and wait for us to come back for you.
No, Shump, you should definitely climb all the way down and see what you find.
that sounds sarcastic. Should I roll something to jump?
If you want
Or
to
can I
jump
just-
over, no. You can just,
just want-
jump over.
Okay, cool.
I will be here. Hey!
You land in Quelena's welcoming arms.
I want to do
Yes.
the voice, but I can't. Like, it's not with good effect.
Now you have to do
okay.
it manually.
So. Well. Okay.
So, Rohirden,
Well, Rohirden,
you're the first one.
Yes.
You're
Report.
blocking the way.
Yes,
I
you
I
have
suppose I
opened the
should-
door. There are spider webs still dangling from the sides of the wall and the roof, but the door is open.
Okay.
Are these big spider webs or small ones?
It looks like it's all been gathered over time, so
Oh,
Rohirden, you can just stop moving.
that's not really an answer.
There. How about you make a dexterity saving throw?
Against what?
Saving throws. Let's see if I remember how to do this.
You click the button.
13.
Oh, boo.
Boo.
So-
I'm gonna. That's okay then.
Yeah.
Said boo.
Roll a d20.
You're dead. Bye. It's nice to meet you.
12.
Okay. So you walk through this open doorway into the chamber ahead, and you hear this click from your right side, and these large metal spear-like poles come launching directly at you, but you're short enough that they like graze the top of your hair. But that's it.
As long as the mouse is fine. All that matters. I can die. Mouse can be fine. He will live on in someone else's beard.
I don't have a beard.
I never said where the beard would be.
I can do a minor illusion of a beard.
After the
Real question,
spears
will a
hit
beard on top
the
of his head be a beard?
after the spears hit the opposite wall just above Rohirden's head, they stay there. They don't start moving back. They don't move forward. They're stuck there.
Try to click again on the button. Or disarm it.
Or move forward? Better yet, maybe you should check if there's a second one of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna, check for more traps.
Okay.
Right. I'm sure
Feel
it's
free to.
fine.
Yep. That would be investigation.
Perception.
Perception.
Yep.
Unless you want to touch the floor.
Yeah, unless you want to go balls out and just touch everything.
Reception. 12.
Okay. Where are you looking? Directly ahead or further away?
On the floor.
The floor, like, here.
The squares right here?
Yeah. Like, the next sort of 5-10 feet.
Okay, so like around to the pillars or so.
Yeah, just in front of the pillars, yeah.
Okay. You notice there is a one of the floor tiles directly ahead in this square, like this floor tile right here, is slightly dislodged from where it's supposed to be. But that's about it. You also
Okay.
notice a mass of spider webs, like clinging to all of the walls.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anyone's been down here in quite a while.
I would like to say anyone, but it didn't say anything.
Well, I mean, clearly there's spiders
Well-
down here, so
Yeah, there,
you saw
Kind
them
of.
last sessions.
there was only a couple hundred, I think. I didn't quite count.
Why didn't you count them?
We were quite fast.
Maybe we should think about our strategy regarding this room.
I have a good idea. Because any idea involving fire is a good idea.
No fire. If there's fire, I want Trump to move a moment. I want to go back.
Well, let's just
Uh,
preemptively set fire to all of the webs.
I don't want that because I don't want to burn. I have this
I'm sure it'll
lack
be
of
fine
desire
if
to
we
burn.
if we set fire to them and then run to the center of the room. We'll obviously be fine.
I can create a bonfire if you want, but let me first move away from the webs.
Well, you can always clear away the webs in your immediate area if you're afraid of a little tan.
Okay, so I will first clear any webs around me in the range of at least 3 feet away from me.
Okay. So like right here at the corner
Yes,
and the
around me.
doorway.
I can't clean the other guys. If they want to burn, they can burn. And then I will warn them that I will cast Create Bonfire. And see if anyone
But
stops me before I do it.
you do,
Yes.
perhaps those spears, what are they made of?
They appear to be made out of either iron or steel.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh. Which I'm guessing makes them very heavy.
You would imagine so. They're like the rough thickness of, you can imagine, an average wrist.
Roherthan, do you have any means of dislodging those so that we don't have to step under them?
I could try bashing them with me hammer.
If you want to.
I can do an illusion that a gnome will stand on top of them.
I don't
Perhaps
think
we shall,
that's gonna help.
Extra motivation.
Perhaps we'll back up a bit then while he does the bashing.
Trump, move.
Just gonna step back and start bashing away at the spikes.
Okay, so you want to hit like right around here or something? Or...
Yeah. Do we want to bend or snap?
Ideally snap, but bending is fine too.
Oh, we'll bend them enough
Just
to
so
make sure
that-
they'll snap.
Yeah, it's if you manage to snap them further in, you could actually have some fairly useful things and not just bent metal.
Yeah, as far down as I could really hit them then, from where I'm standing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're using as much leverage as the spears can offer and hit them down.
Yep.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Eh.
Okay.
And that was with the +3.
Yeah. So, you all hear this ringing sound echo through this chamber and into the corridor where you are. Rohed,
I will-
in front of you, you manage to bend the spear a little bit, but it's like about an inch or so.
My hammer's still shaking.
You start hearing this strange sound of movement throughout the chamber, much like that of like if you've ever toppled over a large rock and seen like these bugs move around and scatter, about like that kind of sound. You start hearing that.
So a lot of skittering sounds.
Yep.
Champ, let me pass.
I am good right here.
So okay, so move aside so I can just pass.
I'm too fat for that, Kalena.
I will do a minor illusion of a gnome standing right in front of him and doing a wee sound.
Can I do a history check and see if I know what would happen if I touched the gnome?
At this point, you've handled the same kind of gnomes like at least half a dozen times.
I will
You-
bend
you
over
can-
and
you
touch
can-
him in the face.
Yeah,
Just-
the gnome dissipates as soon as you poke it in the eye or something like that.
Then I turn to Kalena and just smile.
I do a minor illusion, like right in his ear, and it will be in his voice saying, "Touch me again."
I feel sorry for the first real gnome that you meet.
Oh god.
So,
I
Rohan,
feel-
do you want to?
Let's hit it again.
Yes. While
Could go
he's
wrong.
doing that, Roth and I shall provide some gentle dissuading if there's anything in the room that will want to move towards us. I cast Flaming Sphere.
Where?
Over yonder.
Okay.
Another athletics check.
Aww.
Let's see what this spell does first.
It eats away your brain.
No, that's an illithid.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want an illithid? I can manage.
If it will be my pet.
I was considering an elder brain. Okay. Great. So an orb of fire, 5 feet in diameter, floats on the heavy stones right there. The fire like balling up and moving, shifting, licking the spiderweb covered walls just barely.
Does it all burn and go to hell? No, the spider webs, I mean.
Sep,
Wouldn't
you're
mind a light source.
Sep, you're in. You have some experience with the whole fireman thing.
Yeah.
In an enclosed area with a lot of flammable stuff all around the walls, and only one very narrow escape for that fire, what happens?
Kind of.
Whoosh!
It will be like this. How do you say that in English? This you know, it will suck the oxygen in that little enclosed area and it will escape through that one hole where we are. If that is what you want to go for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
that's
basically,
I
what
told
you're
you.
saying is that we are standing in the bottleneck where we will be flamboyant. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Sounds awesome.
specifically you, Shump. I believe you are
I-
at the narrowest
I am.
point.
I would like to point out, told you so.
I would like to point out your initial idea was to put a bonfire in that room, Torm.
I also
Yes.
want to point out that initial idea.
No, but yeah, initial idea came from Cash, who decided to put fire in this room, and I said at least let's clear away the webs. Then you said no.
Well, you still did, but
Webs would be
it
in
wouldn't
that
matter.
area.
everybody make a dexterity saving
God
throw.
damn it. Thought we had him there. I thought we could kind of.
I'll also be making
I'll take
a con save.
Why?
Because of your concentration.
Where is my save? Where's the save thing?
Under your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you're right. Dex. And that's with the +4.
I don't have any dex.
So,
Okay.
16, 12, 7, 14.
I'm guessing I failed.
It's a
Just
good
a
thing
wild
that
guess.
my damage was probably the lowest
Potato.
you can get.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody except Obsid fail the dexterity
Yes.
saving throw.
Nope, I don't.
So everybody dies.
DC 13, I rolled a 14.
Yeah, that's for your spell. This is the combustion of all the spider web in the room and the fire funneling into the corridor you are in.
Ah, lovely. Well, does my constitution save hold up?
Yeah, your sphere is still there.
Joy.
Let's see how much
So
damage
you might
you
be
take
dead,
first.
but your sphere is just holding.
I mean, that's after we figure out how much damage you take, and then we'll go
Yes.
from there.
Being a dwarf saved me. I had less distance to throw myself to the ground.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Okay.
Oh, actually, I have advantage, I think. Or no, wait. Do I?
So, that's 15 fire damage.
So bye bye.
Tio.
Mm?
I'm guessing. Does it count as a magical effect because it was initiated one by one, or does it not count as that?
No, once the fire spreads, it's ordinary.
Okay.
So the fire whooshes over, and you basically see my character die.
How many? What's your max hit points?
15.
Okay. So,
Your
The
health
fire
gain?
went over, and I just collapsed. Goodbye, world. That's because I told you so. That's why I faint now. So, Shump, you just see me fall
So-
back.
I'm just gonna. There was no rest involved from the last session.
Nope.
There was
No.
at the last. No, not last session, but we should be at full health from that, weren't we?
Yes. Yes.
except those who took damage from the trap.
Trap.
Did I
So
take
can I
damage from
take
the
a
trap?
short rest?
Yeah,
now
you
to
did.
recover my HP?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Then I have 1 hit point left, is what you're saying.
Ah, joy.
So,
Cool.
can I
Lord.
take now a short rest since I'm already fainted?
Well, let's see.
A short rest? What?
Uh, I would try to stabilize Quilana.
Thank you.
Sure.
I can always shimmy past and attempt to heal Kulana.
She's stabilized at least.
Yeah. Roll a 1d4.
Me? Okay.
Yeah. You can roll 1d4. Okay, you'll wake up in an hour
With a major headache.
with some major scarring and some
And
burn
fire
marks and scorch marks on your clothes, and
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
so basically you all see this spark of fire as Kothar summons this sphere of fire that licks the wall like very gingerly, which scorches part of the old dusty spider web, and then the entire room suddenly combusts, and you see this lovely like wave of fire just kind of go around the entire large chamber and then come crashing straight towards you.
So if you
And-
were watching this from the outside, you would just see silhouettes disappearing.
Yeah.
So
And-
I would like to quote "lovely wave of fire."
Yep.
Just,
Oh,
to,
just that.
to me it's lovely. I like it quite a bit.
Is the mouse okay? Is the beard still okay?
That is the real question. Is my beard and mouse fine?
Actually, this is such a large fire effect that Rohan, you should take half damage at least.
So that would be 15 half.
7.
Round it up.
Well, he did
Round down.
succeed a save.
Yeah,
Was
but
he the only one
I-
that did?
this is like the same kind of power as breath attacks, basically. And
Yeah,
those
but
are
more like
those are usually half damage. So
since he sees the effect happening, he just drops everything and just
yeah,
Fuck this shit.
duck and cover.
save beard.
He,
Fuck my
he-
eyes, save the beard.
he's a dwarf. He's seen like tunnel fires before. He's been taught in preschool about duck and cover. So-
Damn, I don't know that command.
So,
Yeah. So 7 or 8? Round up
7.
Or
Round down.
minus.
So
that's times-
immediately after this conflagration, and after just Kothar immediately going to stabilize, he just looks back at the sphere and just. That was part of the plan.
Oh, Kothar, make a saving throw for Niniak as well. Niniak. Don't think your familiar did that. Actually, your familiar has 7 hit points. So even with a success, that's still.
This is toasted familiar.
So
Who do we
1 second.
barbecue?
Oh, never mind. I'm unconscious. I will shut up.
So you don't even have to make a saving throw for Niniak.
Don't smile in your voice
Niniak
when you're
is-
saying that. That's cruel, dude.
Niniak outright vanishes with the sudden wall of fire.
And since it's a familiar, it doesn't go unconscious, it just dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joy!
So you come on the like the fire passes past you, and continues further down the corridor. You like gasp for air, and slowly you start feeling the oxygen like return to this place. And then you look to your shoulder, and Niniak isn't there. Your little fairy dragon has just kind of like disappeared, and right next to you, Quellenai is like face charred, lying on the ground.
With residue of Niniak on her.
Well, it's a tiny creature, so I suppose it would be right for it to just like pop.
I'm sorry for giving him the ideas. I'm just trying to make the picture. I was thinking maybe Boral should kind of cough a little bit, a little wing. I'm so sorry. Oh God. This started off horribly, by the way.
I want to listen for potential other movement.
If we killed Ninyak, it should be just fair that there's nothing else living in this fucking corridor now. Everything should be killed.
Hopefully, nothing else lives in this corridor because now I'm afraid of what has survived.
Yeah, yeah. Almost a TPK.
So just he's standing still, having drawn his weapon and still maintaining his concentration with the spell, just one hand just focusing and just what else lived besides some of us.
So, after you tended to Quelena and stabilized her with your excellent medicine check, Kothar, Boral, and Rohirdan, you can all make a perception check.
There's a big demon in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And
You have summoned Baal.
Yes.
As far
Wow.
as far as
Upset is just looking at something else.
I'm still on the ground. For my perception check.
Hiding everything.
You're basically you're putting your hands in front of your eyes. Just I don't want to see it.
Making
Yeah.
sure I've still got my eyebrows and beard.
So, Rohirdan, you're fairly sure that you haven't lost your beard, which is really good luck. But you can feel like it ember a little bit at your cheeks,
Aww.
and it's smoldering a little bit. Kothar, you can hear the gentle popping of popcorn in the room beyond, in the circular room.
Let me guess, spider eggs or hatchings or tiny spiders.
It could be all of the above. You're not
Or
quite
just
sure
popcorn.
without actually checking for yourself, but you do see raining down from the vaulted ceiling. There are bits of spider webs and probably spiders and spider eggs, all raining down, embering as they fall to the ground.
Well, we dealt with that.
That was
XP?
fun.
That was our idea.
Quelena is level 4. How much does that translate into experience?
Isn't it 100 XP per level?
Well,
You then have to take
since
into
I don't hear
consideration
since I don't hear any obvious noise or anything beginning to move after the shock and awe effect, I'm going to force Qualena's unconscious body to drink from the red vial.
You give me poison after I'm dead.
Yes, you're so unconscious. I need
just to
make
get
sure
rid
the
of
job
you.
is done.
Die already!
You mean the ruby vial then?
This is healing potion.
You do know that you don't give a drink to someone that is unconscious, right?
Choking hazard.
And
I
then
mean, I could just cure wounds.
you don't need to spend that on yourself or Shump.
How much does it heal?
Actually, yeah, Shump would be a good idea. Cure wounds.
Trump is barely standing at this moment.
Oh, okay.
That
So-
can't be.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
So
Hello.
you didn't want to heal me
Rolling.
too much.
Rolling 2.
No, it's not correct. There's
Yeah.
something wrong.
And it should be 2d4 plus 2.
It's written just 2. Just you did the 2.
Fixed it.
Now, could you roll it again? And why is it attached to your long rest? Why is it attached to your long rest? Did you know?
Yeah, because it refreshes every dawn. So yeah,
Ah,
essentially with every long rest.
I still need a heal, I think.
So, Quelena, you come back to consciousness, sputtering and coughing up this reddish liquid that has been force-fed to you, and Kothar stands above you, singed, and you notice that the familiar that he had just bonded with is nowhere to be seen.
I will kind of look around. And is my face like charred?
Yeah, it's like blackface, essentially.
First of all, I will
And-
touch my face. I will see that I have like a charred face, and I will prestidigitation and take a wet wipe and start wiping my face.
You-
I'm
as,
Leave
as,
me
as,
for the rest.
as you look around, you notice Shump, that Shump stood behind you, and he has this like outline of you on his armor. and the rest of him is like charred, but there's like this neat like silhouette of cleanness
Yeah.
on his
I will-
chest.
I will re-prestidigitation and offer him a wet wipe.
Thank you.
And he's barely standing. He's just like shaking and shivering. He's, "Ah."
Still trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
So, if I'm going to heal Shump, there's this. Can I get back there to heal him? Because
Well,
I kind of
can-
need to touch him.
Well, but we can move to allow for a friendly character.
Yeah, you can move through friendly characters as long as you don't end your turn in their space, essentially.
Okay.
So don't end your turn.
So, so as long as we're in
I
initiative,
have to-
it doesn't matter too much.
What would I probably died. I just landed on something and I died. Where is it? I'm behind you, and I'm almost dead.
Yeah, you may want to swap places. You don't want
Yes.
to be there.
What are you all doing? What's going on there? Is
We're
it a
having
group
some
hug?
They're having a moment, okay?
We're having
Yeah. Okay.
Why am I always not in the group hugs?
We know that you are taking our buttons.
You don't. I
Oh, four.
succeeded in
Thank you. I mean,
the healing today is
and I feel
amazing.
that. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, it's all in the thought. He can't help it that the gods are not on his hide.
Can we just take it in effect that would have been a 1?
Yeah.
I would like to suggest a long rest.
You just had one, you can't.
I'm
Wait,
tired
oh.
now.
Can I use inspiration to make him re-roll that?
Near death experience. I think it requires.
Zep, I'd say no, but I'm inclined to say yes, considering that all of your healing so far has crit failed.
Yeah, now when you say it, I kind of remember that every single time I'm trying to get some more hit points, it just crit fails.
This is the best session.
Bastard.
we are
I
too
almost
good
get
today.
brained.
Look at him. He's just, he is gloating. This is,
You did this to yourselves.
I know.
First step into the room, and I almost get brained.
And then afterwards you get burned and
Remember the picture you posted earlier?
Yeah, I do remember the picture.
Quilena would just think to herself, why did I leave a scholarship for this?
I think you
I
need
was
to display
a scribe. I was so good at it. Why did I
I
leave
need to find it.
to die?
I need to.
That picture is it's the epitome of everything.
Yes. There, perfect.
What?
Is that-
What happened? I didn't see anything.
Did you put it up on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, I hit
What's happening? I can't use 2 websites on my potato.
He posted the picture in Skype earlier.
Yeah.
It's a meme picture. It's just the text that I keep trying to create an epic enemy for my players, but I'll never make one that's as dangerous to them as themselves.
Wow, that is. I mean, okay, sure, it has merit, but that is just. It always happens to us. It's not new.
You, you always find the best ways to surprise me. Usually involving fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a point, actually.
Fire is what fire does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you now stand at the doorway to a large circular chamber with four pillars leading up to a vaulted roof. It is suddenly made completely clean of all spider webs.
We cleaned the room.
Everything else is clean, except for the floor, which now has this very thin layer of ash on it.
Yes, part of it is my skin. Okay, so I will just say to Kothar, can we just not do again this fire thing?
Extreme exfoliation.
Hopefully there's nothing else here that will spontaneously combust now.
I look at Kothar and say, "Oh, that almost went horribly wrong.
What do you mean almost?
That could have. Oh, close call."
I'll move my flaming sphere down to the center of those 4 pillars. Yeah,
Burn
maybe.
another web and everything burns again.
I'm just gonna turn and face the spikes again.
I never saw the sheer size of that room, so now I get why the hit points were so.
I don't.
Why it
think-
was. It made an impact. I see now.
Oh yeah. So should I continue hitting these spears, or are you willing to crouch under them now?
The spears in front of you glow with a slight orange glow after that fireball.
It should be easier to
Well,
dodge
it's
then.
really. I mean, it was for a moment, but okay.
Yeah, give it another whack. Be mindful of other traps.
Pee on it first.
That no. Was it just no?
Well, why not?
I think just
Again, as a fireman, what happens with something heated metal that is rapidly cooled
It contracts.
Yes, but well,
and
Or
turns
like it-
brittle?
Yeah, so it kind of just. You could just pop it off right after. Pee on it. I'm just saying.
I'm a dwarf.
Science.
Is
Are
a
you
minor
willing to
chance.
lift me? Are you willing to lift me to pee on this?
Yes, yes, I am. I am.
Or did you forget I'm a dwarf?
Roherthan, may I hold you up to pee on these spikes? We could make them. We could make them break off by the sheer touch of force after.
There is a minor risk that it might spontaneously
So-
explode.
Yeah, but that is because I'm holding him in front of me. I mean, he should see.
So-
He should just look at it.
So Shump, you want to pick Roherden up and hold him up above the
I would
spears?
stand here.
If he wants. If he wants.
I will go there and hide.
Roheden, are you in for the ride? Okay. Shump, make an athletics check.
I will. Let's see.
Crit fail.
That's not a crit fail. That's.
That's exactly in the middle.
I mean, I
Okay.
will struggle, but I will still.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
what do I roll for P?
Constitution.
That needs to be quoted. I'm just saying, chat. That needs to be quoted. First quote needs to be that.
I think
It-
it's a Constitution save.
Yeah, you can make a constitution check to see how much of an arc you get on it.
Can I combine it with shape water?
Do it! Just do it!
Okay.
You could do a sprinkling pea with the shape water. You could just sprinkle it all over the place.
I could just shape it so that it just goes in a circle around it. Wouldn't have to waste precious drops.
Check or saving throw.
One second, but you need
I-
to time it with him to shape water at the same time. 3, 2, 1, now!
I wanted Sepp to fail, so Roheden went face planting on these hot metal spears, but this is so much better.
Just to roll the Constitution check.
Whoa! That's a good
Okay, so
This marvelous pea comes out of you.
so I think
Pressure.
the camera zooms in on Quelana's face as this like sound of sizzling starts echoing through this very narrow
In
corridor.
addition, with the color of the pea and the glowing embers of the rods, there should be like a glow on the face as he does that. Like, oh, it should come from the pea hitting the rod. Moral Shump is just holding
It's
the
like
dwarf
it's like the
pea.
glow from Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase. There's the golden orange glow.
Exactly.
The Holy Grail just happened.
Yeah.
This needs to be
And
pictured.
then we have the follow-up issue that the rods are very hot, the pea is very cold, and yes, it'll cool it down, but it will also vaporize it.
Yes.
Yep.
Ew.
So-
smell in this
so-
tight corner.
That's why I went back a lot.
So Quelana, you thought that the sulfur smell of the gas from the pit,
From the pea.
from the pit, like the exhaust pit right here, was bad. Compared to the smell wafting your way from the chamber
So
beyond,
What the kind
it's
of pea is that?
it's dwarven pea.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was-
It's like even worse. You would rather like climb into this exhaust pit and sniff that than the
I will
smell-
I will use prestidigitation to conjure myself
Gas mask?
hanky that is scented roses, and I will just put it against my my nose.
Well, there's a voice down corridor. Roherthan, your pee is working.
Your pee is working. It's killing people.
I was
Turns out
so
you're
far-
awfully well hydrated.
Which is impressive after that fireball.
Well, it's probably from fear.
So we get this like extensive close-up of Quelana's face as the camera keeps zooming in on her face, and the P sound just keeps going and going and going until it's not funny anymore, and then keeps going and going until it's funny again.
It just keeps going for minutes
And
on.
the horror then is in her face is just
And then you finally hear the sizzling like getting weaker, and then stop for a moment, and there's
I
like
think-
this pause, and then it starts again.
I think that with his stream, it should break it alone without any help.
And
just the pressure of this awesome pee.
Should I make a strength check for the pressure?
no, the constitution check was
Right.
plenty. However, Shump, you can make an athletics check to see how long you managed to keep this armored up dwarf.
Whoa!
Oh, you have
Pee can do well.
He can do a drinking pause, and then I can just keep on holding it.
He's just drinking another canteen like I have more.
As I'm going, I just look over my shoulder and go, "Can you pass my canteen out my pack?"
Yeah, sure. We're doing great. We're doing great.
Keep
And-
going, keep going.
and the sound of the pea hitting the iron the metal spears shifts and becomes like a ringing sound as they cool down enough that the pea doesn't instantly vaporize anymore. So now it's just like the sound of a liquid sprinkling against metal.
We should hit it now and see if it breaks off.
I'm down for that.
Should I
You may
just
want
kind
to
of,
put me down first.
or should I just like?
Just keep holding it.
You could just use your feet, and then I just.
You can throw him on the bars, it could break. He's heavy.
Oh no, that is Smug and Stangar things. Yeah.
So the metal looks fairly brittle at this point. It
Yes,
has that like
that must be
a little
with
bit of a
acid.
crust to it.
It's,
I will
it's,
put him down for him to swing his hammer.
It's a dwarven pea. It's acidic as hell.
So that I'll
probably 80% proof.
You just need to touch it and it will break now.
And that's only because it's an off day.
So go ahead and make a another athletics check.
Think what he could do if he had more to drink
9.
before.
Roll a d20.
Oh lord, this could backfire.
Okay. So you hear the metal snap as you bring your hammer down, and then it crackles for a moment, and you give it another whack, and it shears clean through. You still have 2 more to go, but they follow the same pattern. You have no trouble in after that scene. You have no trouble in breaking them as well.
I'll be right back 1 second. I need to put my cat up because she's driving me nuts here. 1 second.
Cat up for adoption.
No, into her garden, so she will stop
Okay.
bothering me.
Cat up for abortion.
Okay, so
we need to. This needs to be drawn. Is there any animators?
I like how Spam is late to the party, and we've
You
just
missed
had like
all
the
that.
That was
the best
probably the-
scene in this whole campaign so far. Good thing we have VODs. Anyways,
Yeah.
so now you have a clear passageway into this chamber beyond, and there's still a sphere of fire floating around in the middle of it.
It's about to flicker out.
So what do you want to do?
I'm going to enter the room, and since I'm going to assume I remember where that weird-looking stone was.
Yeah, it's marked.
On the map, at least.
I don't want to do that. Don't want to double-click that.
Theo, can you move the familiar's token so I won't accidentally drag it?
Sure. I'll put it at the very start of the map.
Lovely. Champ, could you move forward?
Oh, why, yes. Sorry, I was just a little bit dizzy. That steam, vape, smell.
I'm
a
going
little
to
woozy.
I'm going to mention to Kothar and Shump that there's an odd-looking tile that we may want to avoid.
Odd-looking what?
Tile.
That was on
stone.
the other side.
Yes, in front of me.
Well, while we have light, I'll do a visual scan of other traps.
Okay. Okay. So
There's a lot.
So, you can see from where you are,
Hello.
there is the tile that you saw before in front of Rohedden that seems out of place, but you can see it pretty clearly now that it's just like being twisted out of place. It doesn't appear to be linked to any kind of mechanism. However, there are distinct four tiles in these squares that appear to be raised in a similar fashion than the one that you saw before at the last trap. And those are like perfectly aligned with the rest of the tiles. So it's likely that those are some kind of trigger mechanism.
So step on them.
Yes, please.
We already passed one trap. We can't pass the rest.
Yeah, I do point them out to the others. Now, could you move into the room?
So Rohedden, you walk over the tile that you saw before. It shifts underfoot just a little bit, but it doesn't trigger anything.
Okay.
So you said that it just looks like it's out of place?
Yeah. It's been raised a little bit higher than the other stones here, and
maybe we
it's
should
like
check under
slightly
it.
misaligned.
Yeah, I was going to do that because I'm curious to see if there's a contraption beneath it.
Or a treasure?
We have found more treasure under stones so far, yeah.
Yeah, you have a fair bit of luck with that.
Before you do, and since you did so well on our last thing, might I suggest you do it with a mage hand? Oh, you can't actually; it's too heavy. Never mind. Good luck.
I'll just use a dagger to pry it up.
Okay. So you pry this floor tile over the other tiles and shift it clear, and beneath you are faced with just rough stone and a layer of dirt that's been used to steady or level the floor. There doesn't appear to be anything underneath. You do notice that there are a couple of like holes in the dirt that look like maybe some sort of very tiny tunnels for critters to pass through.
I'd dig around a bit with the dagger and see if there's anything buried or if there's any creature.
Okay. You dig one of the holes a little larger, and are faced with a a very small spider. Actually, two spiders that have curled up together into a little ball, and both of them have been fried into a crisp.
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Clearly, they were lovers, and I successfully ended a life. Excellent.
Wow.
Another
last thing
good
they knew
deed.
was lovemaking, so they died happy.
At least it was a warm death.
Yes.
The warm embrace of death.
How much does that tile weigh? Is it like a brick?
Yeah, it's roughly a brick.
I'll take it.
Okay.
What?
A memento.
I don't want to know why.
Let's just say there are things that I can launch this with.
Okay.
Do you want more?
We
Oh,
have
good.
more bricks here if you want. We can just pry open all the place.
Though, do be careful with those 4 potential traps in the center there.
Well, it could be not a trap, just a mechanism to open something.
Hmm.
How do the traps look like? Since he pointed out, or is it just like they seem a bit out of place?
What Kothar saw was the floor tiles raised a little bit higher, in a similar fashion than the one you spotted at the previous trap,
Okay.
at the start of this
It was
corridor.
a pressure trap, the last one.
You walk around this pillar?
Yeah. You.
We can disrupt
There's
it.
plenty of space around the pillars if you want to take what looks like the safe route.
I will do a perception to check in front of me,
Sure.
because things blow up here, and I want to stay alive.
How many pounds should I note the brick to be weighing? 5?
I'm not sure what
Place looks
the.
like it's extremely safe. I'm just looking at my hand, and yeah, that looks safe.
Your singed, crispy hand.
Yes, it's. I don't see anything because I have still some singe on my eyes, so it's hard to see anything.
Kothar, you can just mark like 2 pounds, something like that. That's fine.
Okay.
And I also like to try and stealth if there's any creature onwards that will come.
Sure. Okay.
By now,
So,
the flaming sphere whisks out.
okay. So the flaming sphere is gone. Colina, you don't see anything, at least obvious, in front of you that would pose any harm to you, and you don't hear anything beyond either of the 2 sets of stone doors or in this chamber.
Do we need light, or is everyone seeing in the dark? Group?
Everyone has dark vision, I believe.
Oh, okay, so it's good.
Yep.
We don't need light.
Also, Torm, your camera is still pointing at the.
Floor.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, don't you enjoy the floor?
I mean,
It's beautiful.
It's a nice floor.
it is a market improvement. Right.
It's actually the cable of the camera plus the table itself. So yeah.
Kothar is just going to check his shoulders now that he knows the room is somewhat safe, and just see if there's any residue, and just have a moment for himself. Morning, poor Niniak. I only knew you for a moment.
Yeah, all of your clothes and armor are a little bit singed from the experience, and Kothar, you have like this oddly clean spot on your shoulder where where Ninyak used to be.
I'm kind of just walking around the room.
Okay. In front of you, Kothar, there is a set of double doors made out of stone. There is a carving there, similar to the one in front of in the door next to Rohedon now, and Quelana. Both have carvings of a wizard with a large pointy hat, pointing a staff at a large, almost demonic figure, wearing a three-tiered crown and a large axe, and there's like this light shining from the top, like where the sky is, and shining onto the triple crown and the wizard.
What color is the shine?
All of this is pure stone. If there was color, it's faded long ago.
Well, since to see it better, I will cast light on the candle that I have, and I will make it pink.
That seems appropriate.
Yes, and it will be pink.
Okay, so everything comes slightly pink colored in this room.
Yes.
Does it have door handles and keyholes or stuff?
There are no obvious keyholes and no like door handles, but there is like these small gaps where door handles would be that you can insert your hand into and use that as like leverage. It's like an inlaid kind of slot thing.
Yeah.
What's the light radius on the light spell?
I'm very confused about that. 1 second. So
Probably
it
5
is
feet of bright.
the object hold bright light for 20 feet and dim light for an additional 20.
Okay. Then you should have.
And
this
I can
kind of light.
basically cover it to make it stop lighting the place.
Yeah.
But for now, I want now with additional light to try and see if we can see anything additional to the drawing, like anything we might have missed because of lack of light.
Yeah. You are able to now distinguish some details in these carvings that you didn't see before. The three crowns each are marked with different animals. One has like the head of a goat, one has the head of a dragon, one has the head of a lion.
Do these three... okay, I would like to try and a history check, but do these three animals occur anywhere in history that I know of together? In a story, or maybe a creature that might have these three heads, or whatever. I mean, whatever I can think of.
Yeah, make a history check for that. History or nature, whichever is better for you.
Yeah, that's what I will check. First of all, let's cancel the edit.
You
History.
also notice that there are other figures standing beside the wizard. However, they are not in
I think I
focus.
succeeded.
Yeah, you definitely did. So you have let's see here. You have heard of the three animals being associated with one another before, and you have
But I was trying- I might have encountered it in a book or something.
Yeah,
if you
you've
want,
read about a chimera before. You you know that it is like a three-headed beast, like extremely rare type of beast, combining the heads of a goat, a lion, and a dragon, or occasionally it's considered a snake.
What can I remember of the creature? I mean, what does my character know about this creature, or do I just know that it exists?
You with that crit,
If I know anything, I mean, I might have just read the mentioning of that creature, but
let's
just
see.
saying.
Not sure how prevalent they are.
Check before you say.
Yeah. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. You know from your previous studies and what you've heard and read that the Chimera is very often it is very often marked together with demonic powers, like mentioned in a similar the Chimera is like part of some sort of demonic
Ritual.
or power manifesting on the more material plane.
So I will first of all do this sound to the rest of the group before they cross over and kind of say, wait.
You have also heard of the crown itself, and know that once upon a time the whole area that you are in, around the Lake of Steam, there used to be a kind of united kingdom here, which was ruled by a single warlord bearing a crown made out of 3 pieces, and it was in some crude translations called the Chimera crown.
So, first of all, I will relay that this drawing is probably concerning a ritual to do with the demons, and then I will explain why I think that. I will explain that this is these 3 heads, as far as I know from history, have to do with creatures named Chimera that has 3 heads. And also I will tell them the story about the king. And I will kind of suggest maybe we should think of how we deal with these doors before we open them, because there might be demons on the other side, and I'm not fit currently to fight.
If nothing else, at least it partially confirms that we're in the right tomb.
Yes, but I'm not ready to fight with my current state.
I don't think any of us is really up for that.
No.
I have some semblance of fighting ability at the moment. I think I'm the only one who can, who isn't completely mashed.
Knowing what little magics I do know, and the fact that these doors withstood that initial conflagration and everything, I do assume that opening these doors would possibly break a seal of something. So we should not go in until we are ready, I think. I'd also tried to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Fail, because magic. Just kidding.
This is an anti-magic zone. Oh, but that would retcon the whole sphere of fire thing. Whoops, no.
Just around the door. Just anti-magic around the door.
You can definitely take a short break.
Short rest.
Or a short rest, yeah, if you'd like.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Sounds
we
like
can
a
do
plan.
that.
I will just
Yeah,
lean
do
against
some,
this.
We should probably Maybe look into disabling these traps that maybe are there.
I can have a go at that if you want. Once I have done my short rest and the ritual cast.
So I will use this short rest to recover some HP.
Yep, you can spend as many hit dice as you'd like.
Oh yeah, and to remove one of those.
The
Can I
same
roll
goes
one
for
by
you,
one and
Shump.
see-
How
Can I
many
roll one by
use?
one, or is it
Yeah,
like-
you can use all of your remaining hit dice if you like. However many
Yeah,
you
but
have.
then
can I do one by one to check whether I need extra, or do I
Yeah,
need to choose? Which one?
you can use them at will during a short rest. So,
Okay.
How many hit die do you have?
Oh
uh,
my god.
We're
what's
level
your
4,
level?
so-
So 4, I think.
4.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god. Okay.
And that
Better
wasn't a
not.
crit fail, at least. So
Yes.
That's 40-10.
you can, you should be able to just click on your hit die thing
That's what I thought, but it didn't.
in your
I
character
couldn't
sheet.
Put value HD. Or
Click on
10.
the D10.
That's what I did, and then I got up like input value HD, and then 1 to 4, and I guess it's 40-10.
Yeah, that's how many you want to spend in one go, but you can just take it one by one.
I see. 9.
Why do everyone get better rolls than me?
Hey, I haven't gotten that.
Did you spend your-
You just created your history check, so I don't see
Yeah.
why you're complaining.
Oh. Well, I'm up to 24 out of 27, so I think I'm good. I'm gonna keep my.
Screw it, I'm gonna roll.
Okay,
one.
I'm gonna go for my last one actually.
Yeah, I spent 3 out of 4, so
It's another 10. How am I getting all these good numbers now?
Is there a different drawing on the other door?
Yeah, they're both the same
Okay.
carving.
Right, I'm good
Is
to
it
fight.
possible to crit your hit dice?
kinda.
Yeah, it's possible to roll the maximum, but it doesn't actually count as crit.
It's
Okay,
just
then I got-
Roll20 shows rolling the maximum on a single die as a crit, regardless of what kind of dice it is.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just it showed 13 and I have D10.
Yeah, but recovering hit die is your hit die plus con modifier.
So it would be 13.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have plus 3 con modifier.
I do, because Paladin.
Exactly.
Plus
So-
13.
Before
Cool.
I get up after my short rest, I will kind of conjure as many wet wipes as I need to clean every nick of my face from this burning thing.
Yeah, you're free to spend time cleaning yourselves up during the rest as well, and ritual
keep offering wet
casting or
wipes.
whatever.
I will keep creating wet wipes.
You don't have anything with some soothing aloe vera?
I don't think I can create aloe vera, can I? I can create for you a nose pick.
Big B summon aloe vera.
Yes, I should invest in invent this spell as when we level. Summon aloe vera. So yeah.
And knowing our luck, with your summon, it'll be alive and try to eat us.
Oh, that's
Hey,
a good idea.
I didn't burn this place.
I just meant with the rogues.
Oh, okay.
Arcane recovery to recover spell slots.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. But did you actually cast more than one spell?
Yes. From last session.
I don't need it because I just
And you wanted
one
to
spell.
also check the traps in this room?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm probably the one best equipped to try to deal with it.
Okay. Make investigation check.
Probably.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, you examine the traps and the pillars just like during your first pass, and notice that there are these small gaps in the base of each pillar. All of them pointed like angled towards the center of the room, and you see as you try and examine the first floor tile, you notice that it like almost immediately as you touch it, there's a little spark that lights up next to one of these holes, but nothing happens. And
Where did it light up? Sorry.
there's like this very tiny little spark right next to these tiny little holes placed into the base of the pillars.
It might have lighted up the webs.
Does my detect magic see anything? Within 30 feet of me?
You detect magic? No. Actually, yes. You do. There are some kind of like you can sense like these some sort of cylinder shapes planted beneath the pillars, each of them, that have been like magically sealed or insulated. And you sense like these shapes under the pillars.
Anything through the doors?
Nothing through the doors.
I'll be right back. I have a slight problem with my cat. Be right back.
Sure.
That cat is a slight problem in your entire life.
At least it's not a kid this time.
Oh, at least it's not a kid. Well, yeah. Actually, I'm totally with you on that.
So, could we reasonably surmise with the knowledge of the cylinder and the small flame, that it's some kind of fire trap that sprays fire?
It definitely could be. It's very likely that if there was some kind of jet of flammable gas that were supposed to come out of these cylinders beneath the pillars, the fireball that you formed would probably have taken care of that. So it appears that all of these traps in each of these pillars appears to be inert now. None of them are in working condition.
Ever heard
Yes.
being the dwarf of the group, the artisan, I would say. Do you know if these pillars are bearing pillars?
Load-bearing pillars. I would have to.
You have stone sense, right?
Stone cunning.
Yeah. No, fuck
Yeah.
no, these aren't load bearing.
And the cylinders were beneath them?
Mm-hmm.
So, in response to that, can I just hit one of the pillars with my hammer?
Sure. It's like it's still made out of heavy stone, but you chip like a large gap into one of them with your hammer.
If you wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind going to check out that cylinder at the bottom. It still contains some magic, so...
Sure. So, if you want to spend some time hacking at this pillar, then you definitely can and try and recover one of the cylinders.
I'm down for
Might
that.
I say that there is a ceiling above us connected to those
We
pillars?
just checked that.
Yeah.
Just check, it's not load bearing.
He confirmed that
Dwarf
they
to
are
dwarf.
not.
Yeah. So.
I have many uses.
So you dig out one of the cylinders, and it resembles in shape like a gas canister that you might have for a barbecue or something, a gas grill.
Caravan.
Yeah,
An
It's
ancient
like,
gas canister.
it's not very big, about like the size of a dwarven torso, I guess. So, like half a human's torso. It appears to be connected to a very thin copper pipe that leads up to the hole that you saw previously on the side of the pillars.
And is it-
The canister is empty.
So it's just the magic remaining to seal it.
Yeah, basically. It appears at now that you're close to it and examining it, it appears to be a kind of ward around the canister to make sure that it doesn't like explode or anything. It's like a safety measure.
It's like a release valve type thing, so it doesn't backdraft into itself.
Does it seem like it's refillable? Not just by gas, but other means?
I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to make an attempt at it.
How much would you
Fart
say it
in
weighs?
How much does it weigh? Am I carrying it?
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
could make ourselves a little flamethrower. Later, that is.
Let's see. Mm-mm-mm.
Napalm.
Let's get the rest of them.
You
Just
can
tie two
probably
each to one
mark it
of,
down as like 15 pounds.
What am I at currently?
I don't even know what I'm at.
Yeah, I
Just,
can carry that without going very.
Theo,
I'm still have
my
like 20.
light is off, by the way, because 1 hour has passed due to
Oh,
short
yes.
rest.
Good.
I'll strap that to my backpack then. Keep it. No need saddling someone who needs their strength yet for it. But yeah, we could potentially strap 2 each to your forearms and make you just a fire bat. But yeah, shall we? I'm recuperated.
I'm
Shall we-
definitely recuperated after that hit dice roll.
I'm good to disembowel something. Doesn't even matter what it is.
Now, the question is, which door?
There's no distinct difference between these two, so roll a
Is there
dice.
like maybe check on the floor? Maybe there's a small sign or something. Any drawing? Anything on the walls? Anything on the ceiling?
There appears to be no significant difference between the doors.
Maybe there's Joe was here and didn't survive. No.
Good catch, Seth.
Considering this place was sealed, just back up the bend.
Well, I
I do
tried.
believe we are the first ones who have been here for quite some time.
Well, I will just then be here.
Just far enough?
Just far enough to be able to target whatever comes off, but not close enough to be attacked at the first time.
I'm just gonna
I
do.
shall be here.
I'm gonna do eeny meeny miny with the doors.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
which one do you go for?
That one.
Okay.
What
And
is
even
there
if... Where's...
this treasure?
Shump, you gonna stay up there, or you wanna prepare by the other door in
I'm,
case
I'm
both
coming.
of them... There is a chance that both of them swing open after all.
Yes, I know.
That's why I'm
Where do you
close to
want me
the.
to go far?
It is also why I'm here at the center, so I have clear lines of fire for both.
I will be. Well, I can't stand on you, can I?
No, it means that you will
There's-
stand to that door. Thank you. I will put like for a moment a minor illusion of an arrow just pointing right here.
It's like
Stand
what?
here.
It's like one of those old Las Vegas signs with like
Yeah,
these
exactly.
rows of lights going up and down.
lighting, lighting up, and off and down and off.
Okay. So Roherden, do you want to kick open the door?
Don't kick it open, just open it.
I'm just gonna push it open or pull, whichever seems to work with the weird handle that you described earlier.
Okay.
Put
So
your hand into danger.
it feels like you're back at home where these stone doors just kind of push open at the slightest touch. As soon as you hook your hand behind the gap that's been placed there, you can just move it very gently and open it with ease into a staircase leading down.
I'm starting to know.
Quality.
I'm starting to think you have a thing for stairs.
Me too.
Could you open the other door as well?
Champ.
I will.
Okay. So Shump opens a door leading into a much larger chamber, in the middle of which is a metal grate covered in spider webs. In this case, the spider webs go from all the way from what looks like below the grate all the way to the vaulted ceiling above. There are 4 pillars holding the roof up.
There looks to be
Did
an
I hear?
old prison in here. Or maybe it's just a door that's not been used in a few millennia.
Wanna burn it?
No, I think we're good. But
No more fire.
try.
Maybe water the place down.
I could clean it. I have the means to clean it.
These look highly flammable, and it would be kind of entertaining to see what would happen. Everybody's just at a loss for words. It was no. Let's not do that again.
No
I'm
fire.
just going
No.
there.
Fire bad.
No, go ahead. Please go. Please
Well,
use
this
fire.
is a larger area, so the chances for the same thing to happen now, where 3 compartments are now open, it's fairly small. So I would wager that like just basic science would prevent this from happening again, and history would not repeat itself in the same manner.
I
Are
will
you
just
willing
keep
to
going.
risk that?
No, the
Could you-
DM has.
The door is suddenly shut.
Could you
Well, by the
open the
smoke
other 2
hole.
doors?
What?
Could you open the other 2 doors?
Sure, if you like me to.
Yep.
So you're
Open.
going all out on the door opening.
We're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
So much doors.
So many doors.
All of the doors open without any trouble.
But my door was the winner door, wasn't it? Well, that's.
I mean, that
Well,
depends on what you're looking for, I suppose.
Remember
If I
that?
can count.
I'll take up a a nice blue marble from my pocket and toss it at the center there, intending to crush it. It's a dust of dryness that is water.
So you want to splatter your water all over the center of the room?
Just in front of it so that it expands and cleans it for us. I mean, we cleaned the previous room, I think I found a better way to clean the room.
You're just using all the 4 elements in turn.
Yes, and the next one will be dirt.
The next one's that tail we picked up.
Sure. So you toss the marble like on the ground here or something?
Yep.
So in front of the grate, the marble lands and then like shatters, expanding all of the water into this massive wave that washes through the like wall of spider webs reaching from all the way from the grates to the ceiling, and breaks it in several places, washes it away, although nowhere near as effectively as the fire did in the other chamber.
I'm also curious to see where all the water goes, because it is a significant amount of water.
Yeah, the water pools up around the this area between the pillars, and most of it seems to go in through the grate, falling into the darkness. And some of the water appears to be funneled past some gaps, specifically here, this gap in the flooring, and this gap in the flooring.
With it, the rest of the room is also cobweb filled, right?
Yeah, the walls are still filled with webs, but not nearly as much as the previous room.
Well, we could light it up if we close the door right after we light it up.
There's also a giant grate here with potential exit for the fire, and also there's a separate room that most of you probably do not see. But in that direction, I shall point out that there is a room of sorts.
I'm gonna make my way over towards the rest of the group.
Yep.
No, stay
I'd
there.
like to check for traps.
Okay. Go right ahead with perception. Okay.
You find any?
No, I'm sure that's fine. There's no problem here.
Yeah, everything seems to be
Cool.
fine. There don't appear to be any raised tiles or anything of the sort.
He says as he walks through the hole.
The wall gap right here, the gap here, is filled with webs in a like thin shroud parting you from what looks like a like burial chambers beyond. You see sarcophaguses on the walls on either side of the corridor here where it opens up. Kothar, you walk over the floor here and feel it buckle slightly underfoot. And you notice the water running in past the gap in the tiles.
Oh dear. Do I hear a noticeable click or anything?
No.
The silence is there.
As I walk past it, I'll just point back that there's something odd about that part of the floor.
Okay, I will get in first of all. And could you point out where it buckled? Okay. I will try to do a perception. Try to figure out what is wrong with that part of the floor. If I can.
Sure.
my roles actually will allow me.
I'd like to point out the scenario here that the two squishiest have entered the room while the two big, heavy, beefy guys standing guard at the door.
I quite like it.
Yes, I look at this with. Yes.
What do I see here?
There is a staircase.
So Quelena, you see a slightly larger gaps in between the floor tiles around here. There's also a gap through the middle here. It appears that
something heavy was there.
Well, from Kothar moving over that part of the floor, you would have noticed it buckle a little bit underfoot, almost like it wanted to move in towards the gap in the middle. However, it was unable to.
Huh. Kothar, I would suggest you come back through another way, and we deal with this first before we go forward.
Yes, I'll just have a look at this door, and then the grate,
Yes.
and then I'll be back.
I think this opens this floor that you stepped on.
Ah, lovely, a pit trap.
Well, maybe. Or guests. And I don't think they are welcomed.
Joyous.
Well, I'm just saying we saw a lot of spider eggs. What if this is their nest?
Even more joyous.
Exactly.
This door.
Hmm?
Well, what can you tell me about it?
The door in front of you is made out of wood. Very old looking and like brittle wood with webs lining the entire surface. The hinges look like they've been rusted all to hell.
Okay.
There is
I would like to
a
look up.
yeah, sure. There is a door handle there, no visible lock. Up above,
Yes.
Quelena, you see the roof is vaulted. Specifically, there is like a vaulted roof here, another here, another here,
Can't see
and
anything. I don't know what you're pointing,
Hold
but
on.
I didn't see anything.
oh,
Probably wrong layer.
yeah. So around here is a vaulted roof here and here. Like in all of the places between the pillars, there's like a vaulted roof that then falls down on top of one of the pillars, marking it as like load bearing. The roof is covered in a thin layer of cobwebs or spider webs.
Yeah. 1 second. Okay. In the meanwhile, well, do your thing. I will, in the meanwhile, think how I deal with this.
Is this where I ask Shump to make a dexterity saving throw?
No, Shump will actually. I was about to go into the room and do a perception check to check for traps.
Okay.
Why would you ask me for the dexterity saving throw?
Well, it's a
Just
natural
to get
thing
your
for
nerves
you to
up.
Should I do a perception check?
Yes, please.
I see nothing.
do. You look at the floor, and you see the floor. It's a
So,
lovely
how are
floor.
we doing in here?
So you notice as well there are like there's still the water running through larger gaps in the floor here and here, and there's very old looking metal grating in the middle of the floor here.
Actually, Kothar, you might have short-circuited the mechanism that opens it with the water.
Possibly. I'd like
Yes.
to check out what this grate is.
Electrical devices that powers this floor would
No,
not like that.
No, not like that. I mean more like whatever is moving it might have too much weight on it.
Electricity and water, you say?
Wow. Lightning. Yes. No,
I'll just I'll move my because I didn't
So-
see anything suspicious. I'm going to go over to the crate and look down. Maybe
Sure. So
See dinosaur.
Ko-
up, down
Kothar
there.
and Shump, you both see, and there is like this rusted iron or steel grating closing off access to a very deep looking pit. You can't see the bottom of it. However, you see like these flickers of spider webs still clinging onto the walls, except that now they shine a little bit with water running down.
I will ask what do they see, just so I know.
do they see?
What do
Simply
your
relay
elven
it.
eyes see?
I can maybe provide some light in there to see more if you want.
I was going to ask about that, but I would like to make sure that since I overlooked that whole pit over there, maybe there's one over here as well.
Well, he just said that there is. Oh no, he didn't say that there is a pit, but he said that the water is staying the same as here. For a guess, yes.
And since I was confirmed to have overlooked one, I'll try to redo.
Well, yeah.
No,
Doesn't,
I
doesn't, he
could have
have,
been mistaken.
doesn't he have advantage since he sees the water in the same pattern as here?
No, but there's a lower DC based on that.
Ah, okay.
So, the water is doing the same as on the other side. There are gaps in the floor, and if the floor buckled here, Kothar, you would imagine that it would do the same on the other side, if it's the same kind of identical construction.
Most designs based on falling pits is meant to be triggered by the weight of whoever's walking on it, and the water might have just added more resistance to it, increasing the weight requirement, is my reasoning.
How does the water not lower the needed pressure and the needed weight? I mean, it's pressure. It adds to the weight.
Because it's on the side and the triggering spot is in the center.
Ah,
If the water ended up in the center, it might have triggered it, yes, because it has weight.
Mhm.
At least that's my reasoning.
yeah.
Why
it's a
don't
fair-
you give us some bonfire coverage here then? There's
I
so
was
many
thinking
places where it will go anyways that...
I would like to do something special. But can I actually do it? 1 second. Let me just check first before.
And if
I
there
can
was
actually-
a spider down there, I would have expected it to panic a bit with all the sudden water, so
Well,
hopefully it's safe.
are there any cobwebs above the grates?
Not anymore. The closest ones are on the ceiling.
Okay.
And you can
So-
all definitely hear the sound of like skittering happening below, past the grating, but it's like hard to tell how deep that is. Could be fairly
Here's a
deep.
question for you, because I'm not sure. Can I create my bonfire midair? Because the spell doesn't specify, so that's why I'm asking.
I don't see why not.
Oh, no, it says on the ground.
Unless-
Never
Yeah,
mind.
so if
I
it
was looking forward to that
specifies, then
outcome.
yeah.
So I will take a candle that I have in my backpack and light it up
Okay.
and kind of drop it in the grate with the fire lighted
Okay.
and let it show us the way. Kind of
Scene
look
from Lord
down
of the
as I
Rings
do it,
appears.
right?
Okay. So you light it up with real fire.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good. So the water that has trickled down has made the spiderwebs sufficiently moist that as the candle falls, you don't light the whole thing on fire,
Yay.
which is the good news.
And the bad news?
The bad news is that as the candle falls, you see the flicker of these
I knew it.
large eyes
I knew it.
deep down below you. The fire glistens off a series of large eyes, like multitude of them. It looks like a massive spider's face for just a brief moment before the candle strikes the creature on the face and
Is
then
it dead?
rolls over to the side, and you hear this low screaming sound, and the figure disappears from sight again.
Is the spider dead now that he got hit by a candle?
Herthan, where was
I
the
don't know.
stairs you were talking about?
Back the other way.
We should leave now.
I don't think we should.
Well, considering those stairs looked like they were going down.
No,
Yes,
not
we
because
should
of that.
disavow the
I'm
creature.
just saying that this creature is locked down there for anyone that falls down. So I'm not
Or
sure
it
we
looks
should
like
go
a
down
safe
there.
haven for that to come and hatch its small demon middlings in. There's spiderlings everywhere, and that
Does-
is the mother. And this is the well that looks the more comfy. It looked more comfy than the stairs behind us. That
Does
is
this
the
grate seem
entire
that it
thing.
can be removed? Or is it like screwed or any other way to the floor?
It is pinned down by these large metal, not like nails, but bars that have been planted into the stone and then forced bent over to lock it down.
I point towards them and kind of say, I don't think that thing can cross between the little grates.
I believe their concern is that it might come up the stairs behind us.
They're
Well,
waiting
we
to
could
send
close
us
the door.
exits. I don't.
I haven't seen how big this thing is, so I'm just staying at the door.
Oh, Herthan,
Um,
would you
yeah.
please kill anything that approaches, if it is not us?
I'm glad you were specific.
Thank you. I like to be specific. I'm actually the best at it.
But what if it looks like you but isn't you?
We should have a code phrase. I should say, "Who am I?" and then you should say, "The greatest." And if I don't say anything else, then you should kill it. Me.
I can look at that.
You should write this down.
No, I think I'll remember.
I don't think
Um,
I will.
You should write it down.
Yes, I should.
1 second.
I write it down, by the way. I have parchment.
I'd like to try to study this this potential pit of falling where it's supposed to buckle towards the middle.
Hmm.
Would you like something to...
What about?
Does it have like a seam?
Yes, there appears to be a central seam.
Only one center, not the plus sign center, right?
Yeah, just one central line going across.
Do you want another person to
Um,
stand with you so you can just slide down?
Hmm.
I was more considering if I can further properly jam it.
Kothar, make a perception check.
Hmm.
Okay. As you are now close to the seam here and observing it, investigating it, you hear from beneath this kind of strange, almost rubbery noise, like a very faint squelching noise.
It's a pool, and it has ducks in it. Rubber ducks.
Please don't tell me that it's a gelatinous cube.
I won't tell you that.
I didn't say anything.
I just said rubber ducks.
I want to move over and listen in closely for the opposite side.
On that side? Okay.
Is it the same?
You don't hear anything in this one.
You broke it.
Can I use my scroll of stone shape to widen and thicken the seam? Just condense it and drag it out from the outer edges just to seal the seam.
Sure.
What?
So
Just so because this this is a pit trap that just like
you want to like embellish
Weld.
where the seams are.
just weld the seam together.
Okay.
It could always be a big spider
So-
that just made a little nest underneath the tiles and it just hasn't collapsed yet. That's just
Yeah,
my
but-
input.
Also, I would want to step over this to move into the other room. So if I can permanently disable the trap and also have us a floor, that would be very nice.
Yeah, you I don't see why you wouldn't be able to expand the stone enough to lodge it in place quite safely.
Yeah, and this one is the only one that has sound beneath it, something moving. So for now, and then well, I need to trust my own spells and handiwork. So
Yeah.
So I step on it, and I do this, when you're testing to see if the ice will break under your feet.
You do the little hopping dance.
Yep.
Okay.
Trust your spells.
The
I was hoping
floor
to learn
doesn't
that.
budge. As you get like close to the center, it gives a little bit, but not much. Not even close to as much as it did before.
I would like to say that maybe we should pass one by one on that floor.
Yes.
Just to be sure that it holds.
And what little I know of you, Roherden, you should probably be the one to be stepping into this next room.
Maybe Shampoo should guard the back.
Oh, those spiders are awesome.
Those spiders are awesome. That's what I
Trap.
picture when I see those tiles. I just and one of them
Trapdoor
is gone
spider, yeah. Just
forever.
So, Kothar, maybe you should get off the breaking floor before you let Roherthan step on it.
I did.
As much as I trust your spells, I'm going to go.
I think it goes all over to here too.
No, that's not what I'm doing.
No, I mean Kothar. Oh, that way? Okay.
I'm gonna shimmy around the edge as close to the edge as I can.
Okay.
If
Actually, well, it just jumps over. Whee!
Yeah, no problem. You get to the narrowing place in the corridor ahead.
I'm gonna shout back over to Kothar. Did you notice anything unusual about this corridor?
Anything magical?
Anything trap or otherwise related?
The fact that there's burial tombs in there.
Okay.
Shamp, could you guard the door?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, I can.
I'll
You want me to?
I do.
move a little
Just in
further
case
to make
someone
room for the rest.
comes to visit us.
So Roherden, you push through a very thin veil of spider webs You hear skittering above you and along the walls on either side as you pass through. Nothing jumps out at you or anything.
Going to hope that's just little ones for now.
Yeah, it's better than thundering thumbs from beyond or below.
I'm gonna wait here for the rest of the group that's coming this way. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna take a look at the tombs either side.
Okay.
Here's a question though: should we close the door behind us or leave it open?
I think we'll leave that up to Shump.
Shump, do whatever you feel like, but follow.
I closed the door.
Okay.
I would also like to see if I can find a rod or something, and if I could kind of lock. It looks like double doors.
Yeah, it's double doors.
Yes. Is there any way for me to kind of jam them so it can't be opened from the outside with ease?
The bars I pissed on.
I mean,
I will go up and get
The perfect door stop.
bar.
okay.
Keep it.
So you fetch one of the metal spears that were broken before,
And peed
And-
on.
Still
and
damp.
yeah, and you bring it all, bring it to the double doors, close the doors, and then look at these little handholds that are carved into the stone surface, and notice that there is no place where you could actually rest or pin the pole to.
That's what I figured. But
I would
yet
like to
there's still
point
never-
out that afterwards you will eat with those hands, and someone peed on those things.
it's sterile. It's totally cool.
It's like 80% alcohol, so
It's more. It's
8? I
super
thought it
sterile.
was 16. But okay.
no, not 8. 80.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes more sense. Dwarf, no.
Yeah. Well, I'll just look at this rod and then just kind of just rest it towards the door. My job is done.
you just like put it on the floor in between some floor tiles and lean it against the door.
I kind of just
Yep.
Lean it between the
Gently.
seams.
gently step back, just make sure it doesn't topple over.
Yeah. You like have to jump in and correct it once, and then it stays there, and you like sneak away.
Yeah.
Listen, this looks awfully like a trap.
Okay, so Rohirden, on either side of you, there are actually 3 layers of caskets
You
in
should read the names.
against the. This is the place in the adventure where we put all our Kickstarter backers.
All
So,
those that donated
Nice
are back
one.
here.
So-
Thank you.
so one of them is like Dwarf Kickers 050 XXX 910, and the other one is Stanger the Magnificent, and one of them is Steve from Austin.
Too far.
And then
So
you have Relgar did nothing wrong, 1991.
Yeah.
Perception shot. to see if I can see
Fireballs can't melt steel beams.
I will do a perception to check if I can see any traps, like on the narrowing of the path here,
Sure. You roll
and on the
perception.
walls of it. I mean, the walls here and the floor.
You can make a perception check from where you are.
Nope.
Okay. Great. There doesn't appear to
Rosen, you can move on.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be
Nothing there.
anything strange about the way the walls narrow here.
Yes, it's completely safe.
The
There's no big
the
spear that
the
will fly out to you.
the walls here, the architecture is more like the coffins, sarcophaguses are on like shelves on either side, and then the walls are like these large pillars in design, that flow out of these shelves quite naturally. It's actually a pretty nice workmanship.
Yes.
Just to double check, but since we saw a lot of spiders back there, maybe we should check that these coffins aren't nesting places for a lot of spiders.
I was kind of planning to investigate the coffins.
Chump
I
will
just had
gaze
someone
over
try to
the
call
grave.
me on Skype. I was like,
Okay.
In
Busy.
the event that there's a sudden emergence of living or unliving or in general creatures of deadly thing intent, just run out here and we can just torch the entire area, hopefully.
I will ready my Corpetius pipe.
Well, if you're
Okay.
going to open it, maybe I should then move back if we're going to torch the place.
I would like a nice clear path out of here just in case. That would be great.
I
Yeah,
will. I will ready a chill touch on if something raises from this grave.
Sure.
In order to, assuming they're gonna have stone lids.
Yeah, they're
But
all made of
if
stone.
if they rise out of it, I'm readying a chill touch.
Could I
It's
join
okay.
you,
My
Merton?
hammer in hand, I'm gonna use the butt of my hammer to sort of lift and shove the lids one by one.
Could I join you for that by being in the room?
You could.
Yeah.
Because we are not that squishy.
If you want to help him, then
Of course I want to help him. I mean, he did a marvelous job at the peeing of the
That
rocks.
was an
and also Rohirden can't actually reach the topmost shelf.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so I should probably... I should...
Seth gets at least 4 of them.
try to pee on them.
That will be
Yes,
like an
we'll kill
internal joke going on forever now between me and Rohirden.
Should
It's,
we
it's,
pee on
it's
it?
it's gonna look very strange on Chump's election posters.
Just pee on it.
I need to make that shirt design now.
Yep.
Just Shump holding me in the air with a censored bar across the crotch and Pope Shump.
Yes.
So you start prying up these stone lids one by one, and uncover long sealed graves. You see
spiders?
inside. You see inside are skeletons in tattered ceremonial outfits. Some are wearing robes. Some are like what look like very fancy dresses. Some of them have like and jewelry made out of bronze.
I'm almost tempted to use minor illusion and do a boo from one of the graves, but I won't.
Any graves that don't look like they have anything spiderish inside, I'll seal back up.
Yep.
Very much as soon as I've checked.
Also
Just-
check if the skeletons are alive.
None of the graves here appear to be infested. They've all been sealed, and you are the first to break the seal.
Yay! We are the first to see this treasure.
You are the first
Famous
to.
last words, so there's a curse.
Yeah, archaeological find of the century.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we ruined the archaeological site because we kind of opened the grave, but never mind.
Well, the real question here that Heo needs to concern himself with is, how long after their death does it go from grave robbing to archaeology?
I don't know. The main problem I have to figure out now is how Rohirden's deity is going to
That's why I was on
it-
about me sealing them.
enjoy
I took that into
you.
consideration. after the fact, I went, let's open them. Oh wait, I'm a paladin. I should reseal these.
Well, you opened them to check their well-being.
Yeah, and they could
You
be
didn't
infested.
steal anything
I didn't.
yet.
I don't see what Shump's doing. He's a little too tall. Yeah.
So you check the coffins in this section. None of them hold spiders in them. None of them have the skeleton suddenly coming to life to attack you.
Oh,
Then call out, I want your brain.
I don't have anything to give.
No brain?
What brain? I have a slightly damaged liver, though. That could help.
So we were actually the best pair to send into the tomb thing if that was a problem.
Keep going. We will watch you from here.
I will slowly proceed further
Valiant
down.
of you, Kalena.
No, we
Checking-
are.
Looking
keeping you
in
safe.
case there are any traps or otherwise as I go.
Okay.
You can see a question
Mhm.
or a sentence forming in the DM's brain. And you want to see that?
What?
2 words. I see 2 words.
Don't
See-
worry about it.
That was 3, but you know. Oh, that was that was 4 actually. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Okay. Junction.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I
Gonna
could back
Both,
up this
both to your
passage.
both to your left and right, Rohirden, you see these very cramped passages. On either wall, there are these again shelves with this time. Actually, this time they're more like they're cutaways away from the wall, and the space has been filled with these neatly stacked skulls all the way from the floor to the ceiling. It's like the French catacombs, if you've ever been, or some of the Roman ones. And directly ahead you see a large stone altar with a tattered old cloth on top of it, a statue that has fallen probably due to very old age. It appears to have been made with some sort of a natural fracture in the stone and has collapsed on top of a set of coffins lining the wall.
am I able to tell what the statue was of?
It appears to be a female figure. Guessing from the region you are in, it might be Mielikki, but you can't be quite sure with the statue having fallen the way it has.
Okay.
I
Do
could
we
do a mending.
A rock parchment shears. Where to go, Earthen?
I'm gonna head
Mend it.
towards the altar. Carefully, slowly.
Okay.
If there's a big spike falling on you, could you warn us?
Yes.
I mean, he'll cry out when he dies.
Yes, do so.
Right.
So
It-
we.
It depends kind of how quickly the spike enters me. If I get a chance to cry, it's coming
Yeah,
from
and-
the top.
Yeah, I suppose if it's bludgeoning damage, it's gonna be more likely than if it pierces your lungs. You're being very gentle about it.
Yes.
Can I check
You'd
this
rather
hallway for
squishy
traps?
people.
Sure.
And I will check mine.
Okay. Roll perception.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
I think I'm walking around with my hand above my on my eyes, just going around.
You're just still wiping the char off your face. That's what it is. Your eyes are
Too
still a bit
busy with the
sore
web
from the
wipe.
fire.
Yeah, too busy with the web wipes
The-
to notice anything.
There is no sign of any foul play on either side. These appear to be simple, very very hurriedly cut corridors into the rough stone that have been then filled with bones.
Bones.
I'd like to investigate.
I would
the
like
altar.
to kind of say to Roherthan, there are a lot of bones here.
I noticed that.
That's a very good observation.
Well,
Roheden, you wanted to investigate the altar? What do you
Yes.
want to look for?
there's nothing here.
See if I can see any signs of what it was used for.
Okay.
It's an altar.
M-
Sacrifice.
Make a
Otherwise-
religion check.
It does bother me that the pattern for the lower area is not the same as the above one.
It is
That's
different.
the first
Huh.
time in quite a while he's had that laugh.
I think it had the same laugh when we burned to death.
Not quite.
I feel like
That
Remborn.
was much more joyous laughter because you did that to yourselves.
I didn't do that.
Roheden,
And I warned, don't use fire. No, let's use fire.
so the altar in front of you doesn't have any blood curves or anything like that. It's just a flat surface, so it's probably been used for either sealing the sarcophagi and graves with holy oils, or for some sort of
Prayer.
prayer or splaying out of the dead for the statue in front of
Are there small bones in this pile?
it. Define small.
Oh, like an inch, 3 inch, something like that. Not more than not more than a foot.
If you want to rummage around, then yeah, you probably would be able to find something like that.
I will do
Like-
it with my magic hand thing. How is it called again?
Mage hand.
Merchant.
Yes, I don't want to ruin my clean hand now after I finally cleaned myself. So
Okay.
I would like
The,
to fiddle with the bones until I find some as many little bones as I can on just in one pile. I want to go over all the piles.
Okay, sure. So Roherden, you're standing in front of this altar, studying it, examining what it could have been used for once upon a time, and then you start hearing this very familiar or this very distinct sound of bones clattering together as someone rummages around in this pile of bones
It's
On-
not me.
to discover and recover a like a finger.
Did I read? How many bones is that? One?
A finger? It's like 3 bones.
Okay, because I will
The-
use it in order to light things up. So good. I have 3 bones.
Sure.
So
You said the statue looked like it was of Myliki.
Yeah, it's hard to say because it's like landed or face planted against the coffins here. So the very distinctive details would have been chipped away or destroyed. But it looks like it's probably Mieliki.
Roherthan, could you
Yes.
figure out how that statue was broken? Like, was it a natural force, or did someone intentionally break it?
I'm sure I could check that. Says that would be stone cutting again,
Yeah.
or just yeah.
Make an investigation check with advantage.
Advantage, and that's history for that one.
You can use history or investigation, whichever you want.
I would like to cast light on one of the small bones.
History check, please.
Sure.
Just place it here on the floor,
Okay.
so there will be light here.
I like how stone cunning says add double your proficiency bonus. Like, it will just says that my proficiency in history is 0. How do I double 0?
You don't.
No, proficiency bonus is something you gain as you level up, and currently it's what, +3? So
Yeah.
+6.
2. Proficiency bonus.
Is it at level 5 it increases then?
Could easily
Proficiency. Yes, it's at level
Yeah.
5 it goes to +3. So +4 then.
So
So I placed the bone. Just you need to light it up. I can't light it up.
be. Yeah. Just found something to.
No, I placed small lines that you can.
Yeah,
just
but I
use.
can't make
Interact?
that into a token in the way that I want.
Ah, okay.
So.
You want
I
me
wrote that
to
with
delete
advantage.
it?
No, I
Okay.
have something coming up.
15.
There
There
we
we
go.
go. This should provide light for seeing there if something does come.
So, yeah, you can tell that there was a fracture in the stone, and it just eventually was too much with the way the statue has been carved out, and it just kind of gave out and toppled over.
So there was a flaw in the stone that
Yeah.
was taken to carve it. I'll relay that to Kothar.
Okay, so it wasn't any obvious attempt to spoil it or desecrate it.
Yeah, there is absolutely no sign of desecration
Apart from
until
someone stealing a couple
until
bones
you
and-
arrived and started opening the coffins
I
and
closed them
rummaging
again.
around in the piles of bone.
I closed the coffins again. It was in the name of making sure they hadn't been desecrated by evil spiders.
You say that to your DT when the dead rise in like 10 years from here and start burning down everything in their way.
Yeah, Diablo started from here. This is
Yeah.
this is the village they started in.
Yeah. As much as that hallway bothers Kothar, he's just going to take his holy symbol to Lathander and just make a gesture, common to the religion, and then move back into the main room here.
Okay.
Well, I will follow Kothar just to make sure that he will be fine, and I will pick up my bone.
As I'm wandering back, I'm just gonna mutter prayers to Sune.
So
Okay.
for now, I will hold out. I will put this bone into my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
We'll soon have the whole pantheon available.
So now I have again my 3 bones. Yay! You can stop the lighting though. I mean, since I picked it up. So just to make sure that that we can see.
Okay. So, you move back into the larger room and to the wooden door that Kothar examined before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume I'm going first again through this door.
Well, we could wait until someone else opens it.
If you want to.
I'm the less squishy, so
Say that now.
Wait! Don't open it yet. I want to hide. Do it. I have
Okay.
complete faith
So-
in your skills.
So, you want to open the door?
with my foot.
You want to kick open the door?
Yeah.
Don't
I like
kick,
his style.
just push.
Is it a gentle shove or a kick?
It's
Is
a
that
gentle.
the same?
It's a rather large kick. I intend to take what's left of this door off of what's left of its hinges.
Okay. So there's
And
a very dramatic shower of this old decrepit wood splintering and shattering into a million pieces, and then this very faint smell of wood dust lingers in the air as this door is made into nothingness.
Are these barrels?
and
Yes.
following the momentum of my kick, I will.
What is this?
You rush into the room very dramatically after your kick and emerge into what looks like a very small storage room. There are barrels and old sacks that are in very bad shape, like in tatters against the corner here. There's a table with iron and bronze weapons laid out on top.
Anything
all
interesting?
of them in very poor shape.
Are there any poor-shaped daggers?
There are a couple of
I would
very
like to take
rusty daggers.
I would like to take them
Sure, you can add 2 daggers into your
in bad
inventory
shape.
and
yeah.
mark them as rusty.
I don't need them for the fighting thing.
Can I check this particular wall for hitting a door?
Yeah, sure. You can make an investigation check.
Nah, sure it's
The door. The door. Yeah, there.
door.
The door frame.
There. The wall is solid and continues smoothly over the entire expanse here. There doesn't appear to be any hidden hinges or anything else there.
Huh.
I guess it's back out the way then.
Shouldn't we check the barrels?
What's left of them,
Yes.
which would be wood dust if we touch it.
Hmm. Okay, so never mind. Is there
free.
a rusty axe?
Yeah, there are a couple of rusty
needs an
maces and axes.
Anyone needs an axe to cut things? Because I can't use that. I mean, I can't actually carry anything more.
I have no idea what else I can carry.
No, I mean weight-wise, I can't carry it.
That's what I mean. I have no idea what else I can carry. I don't know the weights of half the items I've got.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
you picked
write
up
it down.
something seriously heavy, you probably won't be very close to your carry capacity.
I'll take one of the axes then.
Sure.
This
a
lovely
hand axe.
grate.
Should we open it and let the spider out?
Actually, Qualana, would you mind
Lighting it up?
put a light down there so we can try to estimate how deep it is?
Okay, I
You-
take out the small bone that I had with the light and just say ready and kind of throw it gently down the hole.
Okay. Shump, what are you doing in the meanwhile? You going through that door?
No, I am listening to the party, just standing ready at the door. But I'm
Okay.
listening to the party. After seeing the glistening in that thing's eyes down there, I will just look back at the door.
I don't think that
Okay.
spider will be happy after we keep
So-
dropping on it things.
Exactly.
so
So I'll kind of just
you're-
anticipate.
Your a little bone marked with a source of light drops down into the hole. It keeps falling and falling until it looks pretty tiny, and then it hits something like what looks like raw stone, uncarved stone, and then like spins quickly and flickers out of sight.
That is a lot better than just stopping after 3 feet.
1 second. It's not fire, right? You know that.
Yeah.
It's a light spell. Okay, I'm just
Mhm.
making sure that you didn't think
Yeah,
that it's
the
fire.
bone like clatters against a stone and then flicks off into a
Another
direction
compound.
and then
Yeah.
disappears.
Could we estimate how deep?
That was like at least 200 feet below where it
And
hit
the
the
spider
stone.
is not there anymore.
Nope.
Apparently not.
Bend your knees when you hit the ground. You'll be fine.
Well,
He was very
Um,
anxious for me to get out of that door, by the way, so...
No, I'm waiting.
I don't think we should open any more doors for now. I mean, we can go back to deal with the spider.
I think the spider's fine down there. Let's not
It's not
find
down
out.
there.
It's down there. It's just very far down there in a tunnel of some sort that stretches adjacent. I'm sure it'll be fine down there.
Right.
Unless you're not talking about the grate.
I'm not talking about the grate. I'm talking about maybe it has access to the other rooms.
What rooms?
It's a spider. It can climb. It doesn't
Stairwell.
need. It doesn't
Are you
need
talking
this
about the
crate.
stairwell outside here?
Yes.
The only other way that we can progress forward in our quest.
Oh, there's no passage otherwise. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
there's no.
Okay.
We
So,
have to
yeah.
deal with whatever is out there.
Let's kill
But
the
that was
spider.
a 200 feet plus drop straight down. Hopefully
Well,
the
I have
stairs
firebolt.
don't go 200 feet straight down before they lead somewhere else.
I have
We're
a
starting to
Man,
get hot.
Whilst they're dropping this down, I'm going to walk up next to Shump and go, good job blocking the door.
Thank you.
I would also kind of propose that we do a Starsky and Hutch door kicking thing as a team. With the team song, of course.
But
If
first
Kotar
move
or
the
Galena-
block. First move the block that you've put, so you won't.
I'll just gently nudge it so it just...
it clatters very loudly to the stone floor.
Then I look at Roherthan, hoping that he got my idea. I raise my leg and I just kick.
I
Yeah.
follow suit.
Cool.
So,
Because it
to-
would be weird if not.
So there's a very quick cut to this other side of the door, where the stone door is suddenly flung open directly towards the camera, and the A-Team song plays. Dun, 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 dun,
spider's there.
dun, 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 dun.
And
And you
then
make
just
your
sort of-
glorious entrance into this surprisingly clean chamber.
Well, it was an awesome entrance.
I make my way towards the stairs.
Where
While
is this
I'm-
particular tiles moved, by the way? Is that just part of the tile set?
Where? Oh, those? Yeah, they're some added flair, so not every tile is like exactly the same.
Mm.
It's part of the tile set.
I would like to use a prestidigitation on my clothes to clean them,
Okay.
and I will keep going.
You'll need some mending at some point too.
Yeah,
sure.
I have a short rest on incoming to just do that.
So, Shump, you lead the way down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the stairway goes down a few dozen feet until you reach a another landing.
Oh, We move quickly.
Yes. Leading into a wide corridor that leads into 2 double doors again, made out of stone as the ones before the staircase. What do you do?
I had to change my battery. I'll roll a perception check to see if there's traps right down at the bottom of this.
Sure. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm
Oh Lord. Oh
He sees
no.
well.
Huh.
Oh,
Well,
that
it's
was
better
a
than my
bummer.
sight.
okay. That sigh is terrifying.
You notice that there is a something strange about the very last step before you're on the floor of the corridor leading ahead. The step itself is like it appears to be too high in comparison to the other ones that you've already walked down.
Probably
But nothing more than
a
that,
design
that-
flaw.
Yeah, but
Or
that
is
is
the
enough.
floor
Like a
too low?
millimeter off will be enough to throw me.
Yeah, at this point, I'm guessing that all of you are like slightly paranoid about traps, so that's like something that would stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. I will just do like this army thing. Everybody.
And I will kind of look up at Kothar and say, "What's with him?"
I'll actually do like hold that. And then I'll gently just tiptoe over that last one and into the hole.
Okay.
I will just look confused and not understand what he wants.
And you will probably trip and fall on your face. Because
Probably.
that is enough to make you fall.
I see him
Oh, whoa.
tiptoe over this step, and I just hop over it, just to be safe.
Alright, so now I understood what's happening. I will actually follow suit.
You should do
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yes, you should do a parkour flip. Like it should start with a tiptoe, followed by a jump, then a flip, and then a backflip.
Jesus.
That would
And then the rest of the
I'll
party
do a
pull out
a
pipes
barrel
with, like,
roll maneuver.
1 to 10.
I'll do
barrel-
running along sideways along the wall and do a full barrel roll jump kick. So I land further down.
superhero landing.
No, just a barrel roll, just up along the wall and then just back down.
Make an acrobatics check.
That happened to me too when I was saving you from the holy
Yep.
shit.
You have no. You actually like you're thinking of making like one roll, but you end up making like 3.
I'll just hear a lot of weird noises compared to what I should
just-
be hearing.
We just hear a whooshing noise behind us.
Cool, Anders
You
in
come
shock.
back just in time to see him having completed the landing, standing there like nothing happened.
Suddenly we hear a, do a barrel roll!
1 second. I want to go with style, so 1 second. Okay, so I will take out the shield and fly with it over the step, and then put the shield back into my backpack.
Like a go flip.
So
Lemon.
you take you take like a moment to just stand there at the second to last step and take out the round shield that you got before, place it down in front of you, step on top of it, fly like just over the final step, land very softly on the ground, step off.
Yeah,
Less than a foot of flight.
Yeah.
but I wanted to do it with style. Since everyone did it with style, I will do it too.
So the Ollie was born.
I could light this passage if you want. By the way, is there any webs or anything in this hole?
No, this is clean.
And how tall is the ceiling?
It's like it's not very tall at all. Shump's head is like 5 inches from the ceiling or so.
And does this the ceiling have teeth, or in other words, spikes?
No.
Okay.
Would it be that clean that we would react to it compared to what we've seen earlier?
It's not abnormally clean. It's as clean as the watchtower was.
Ah, okay.
So
it's
I will
inhabited.
I will cast a light on another on one of the rusty daggers,
Okay.
and I will. Well, now I won't throw it because I'm afraid to hit Shump. So never mind. I will.
No,
place it
please
back.
do.
No. Shump just ran ahead, just ignoring completely what's happening.
Yeah.
Bye,
I mean-
Shump.
I mean, at,
0 points.
at this point, you're still on top of the shield, I think. You're like putting it back on your pack, strapping it down, and Shump is already at the door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
running
doing the
off.
pose. Or
Bye.
I'm going to do the pose where I listen to the door.
I'm gonna
Okay,
I'm gonna stand like next to him.
sure. You hear nothing but silence.
Perception?
There is nothing but silence on the other side.
So I will open it.
Okay.
I'll push you
And
up
my
to the
co-pushes
side.
are still at the ready.
Indiana Jones
Sure.
moment.
Yeah, this is where the ball starts rolling behind you, and you have to run. Now, in front of you is a little intersection with 2 statues, one facing you, one facing down a corridor to your right. You can see from where you are, Shump, that the corridor continues to a larger chamber with what looks like a very old-looking bridge heading out from the wall here.
Could I do a perception check again to see if those maybe the statues have holes that could shoot something? I
Sure.
don't trust you. There's just
I-
there's
I
been
would
too much
actually-
history. Oh crap!
I would actually say that the floor will actually rupture open and you drop into lava. That's my guess.
So you want to specifically the statues, right?
Yeah, to see if because they are aligned so perfectly that they could easily shoot us from the door or down the hall.
Okay. So your eyes are very closely on these 2 dwarven statues. There doesn't appear to be anything abnormal about them, aside from
Except
they
this
are
big hole,
aside from
that's-
they are extremely handsome with the magnificent beards.
I look at
The-
her.
they actually have name tags underneath, and one
oh
of
god!
the one directly the one directly opposite from you says Stangar.
I gotta say that Stangar statue looks pretty good to be a dwarf.
What
What?
does the one to the left say?
Dwarf.
Dwarf?
Dwarf.
Dwarf?
DORF.
I see. So Stangar is wow.
Shump, make a dexterity saving throw.
Do you see what happened there, guys? Did you see? I stepped one fucking goddamn. Goddamn!
Great.
And
So you're like locking eyes with Stangar across the way from you, and the floor opens below you, and you drop into a
Called
10-foot
it.
pit.
You actually did. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Do you not have Featherfall, by the way, Torm?
I do. So I do a reaction featherfall.
Sure. Yeah. So Jump drops like halfway out of sight, and then you snap cast Featherfall, and for the last couple of feet, Shump just like floats down very gently.
I was close.
And as you land, Shump, make a dexterity saving throw.
As I see him just.
Oh my god! Something
Okay.
is wrong
How
with my
can you
button.
roll
So-
4s twice?
You
Something is wrong. There's a button.
you you land very gently thanks to Featherfall, and there's this very quiet second where you just like exhale from relief, and then you hear a click as your right foot lands on top of one of the tiles on the floor that descends, and from the wall directly behind you, these two like scissor-like blades snap shut.
Really, dude? Are you kidding me? Holy shit!
What just happened? What?
So
Shump got
Shump just
into-
got shorter.
Yeah.
And you take
Oh.
9 slashing damage.
Jesus.
So going by that slashing damage,
You can just hear.
he's glad he's got his co-fishes out.
So you're like for a moment pinned between these two scissor blades as they like lock around you on either side, and you suffer 9 points of damage, and then they start receding back towards the wall.
I will
Good, you
shout
have
back to
alarm.
people.
From where you are, you see that there is a slit on the wall behind you, and directly in front of you on the other wall, below Stangar, there is another similar slit.
Rohathan, I will offer him a silk rope to throw for Shump so he can climb up.
Shump, you would be able to climb up without any issue, even without rope.
I'll
It's
do
just
that
10
when
feet.
When I
Do
go up
the
to the top,
floor
I'll
actually
just.
collapse, or is it a like a visual thing that you just step through it?
It actually collapsed. The floor that was there is now against against these two walls of the pit.
I'll climb up on this side. Make a dexterity saving throw. Nothing.
Another dexterity
I'm
saving throw. There's another falling to the pit.
I think you would notice that one.
The rest of you, as you come up to the edge of this pit and hear this click under your feet as the blade retracts back into the wall, you see that Stangar's statue appears to have a very sly smile about him, like a shit-eating grin.
Fucking bastard is coming to haunt me.
I will take out my shield again.
I want to.
And I will just hover myself over beside Shump. Of course, facing this way.
Can I check if the trap's made by dwarven
And I
style
will
trap?
place it back into my backpack so it won't.
Sure, you can go down there and investigate the handiwork if you'd like.
No, from a safe distance.
Then you can
Gonna
roll
be
your you can roll your stone cunning.
That would be
So history check. There are clear signs of dwarven craftsmanship here, but it doesn't look like everything has been mastercrafted by dwarves. So it's probably a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
I would like to check for traps ahead of us, me and Shump.
Sure, please do.
I will wait for them
Okay.
to do this before I attempt to jump over into the back of Shump.
Yeah, I mean you can just like grab the edge of the corner of the wall here, and
shoot around.
just like
Yes, but
hold
it will
on
be a
to it
trap.
and
You will
sling
hold the wall,
over.
and then the wall will collapse and you will die.
I mean,
shake the wall a little first before I do.
Die is such a strong word to use. The only reason you almost died this session is because you decided to self-combust.
I didn't combust it.
I would like to point out the first thing that happened when we started the session. I almost got brained by some spears.
Yes.
Yeah.
That too. That was awesome. Though.
So there are no signs of any foul play in the corridor ahead, Quelena.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the meaty guy to go ahead. I'm not going ahead. I'm sorry. Shump,
Sure.
go ahead.
I'll shimmy around and shimmy past Shump and make my way ahead.
But somehow he jumped over me. Yay.
Shump, stop it!
Somehow the dwarf jumped over me.
So you come to this archway in the wall that leads onto a bridge. It's a stone bridge spanning an extremely large natural cave-like place. You can't see the ceiling, you can't see the bottom, but this bridge goes on into the darkness. It has a wooden surfacing and railings.
Lord of the Rings.
And
this is where he did the "You shall not pass."
Yeah,
this is just a spot.
It's kind of similar to that, yeah. There are gaps where supports have been ruined and crumbled down below into the darkness, and thus there are large gaps in between some sections.
Yes.
I want my echo device.
Before we go to cross this, I would swap my hammer out for my glaive.
Okay.
I would like to maybe tie us up to one another with the rope. So if someone slips...
I was thinking I'll go
pull
first.
the rest of them with them.
What? No, because you have strength, so you could hold the one that is falling.
I do?
No, not you specifically. I mean Shump and Roherthan. Tied to everyone.
Shump could go to the back or behind me, and I'll...
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
slowly we shall advance
would-
one by one, and just to make sure that if someone slips, then the others can keep up.
I should probably stand way back because I think I'm the biggest. I think I'm also the strongest.
Well, I think we're both equal on strength unless you... Yeah.
How strong are you?
I'm 16
I have 8
strong.
strength.
I'm 18 strong.
Okay, you can go to the back.
Yeah.
You can lift us all.
I'm the anchor.
Just pick us up and take us over.
With my glaive, I'll slowly advance forward and whack.
1 second.
the ground
We
as I
attach
go.
our charger first.
Yeah, I need to get an order first.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to...
I'm
going to whack the ground as we go
Okay.
carefully to make sure it doesn't give way under my weight or
Okay,
anyone else's.
sure.
And if all
As you
would
put
stop-
your first step in, the entire bridge falls. Good luck.
I'm going to be checking about 5 feet in front of me.
Okay. You can just move 5 feet at a time, and I can tell you if you...
If you
Not
die.
sure if
Find
I like
anything
those
nasty.
huge hands.
I'm concerned with the things on the walls here.
Mm.
It's hands to catch you.
Yeah,
There are large hands carved into the stone walls on either side of you. They are about
course.
5 feet above the bridge. And in the distance, you can see there are these winged beasts sitting atop these hands.
Rehearsal.
And these carved beasts appear to be immobile.
So
That's
gargoyles.
no.
Yeah, that's the name of them.
Rehearsen.
Let's put that to the test.
Yes.
I would suggest we
Firebolt.
don't cross yet.
Firebolt, huh?
I completely
Okay.
don't even notice those and just stop. Sure, when go third.
Okay. You can make your roll. $24. Okay.
Do they react to it? Do
So-
they...
You're. Hold on. I didn't mean to move you. I was meant to measure. So you want to take that one?
Yep.
Okay. So your firebolt blasts off from your hand and crashes against the stone surface of the gargoyle in the distance. The fire spreads over the figure for a moment. And then you see the stone figure topple over over the side of the hand and into the darkness.
I'd like to count the seconds until it hits.
Okay.
Hits the floor, that is, if there is a floor.
You don't hear a any
is
kind
flying.
of hitting sound
There's just
or
like a,
shattering.
love it. Let's
That
fall
is-
down here.
I
That is
will-
highly concerning.
Yeah,
I
it
will
is.
take out one of the rusty daggers and cast light on it and hand it over to Kothar to throw it over to the continuation of the bridge so we have light to see what's onwards.
Doesn't anyone have like a arrow and bow and fire?
No.
I
Light.
have. Nope.
None of us have any ranged. That is.
I have
I
javelins.
have ranged, but not in that form.
Yeah, same here.
I have javelins.
Have a bedroll.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to do with that.
We can go to sleep.
Yes. I have a superiority die.
So I cast light on this rusty dagger and hand it over to Kothar to throw it over to the bridge
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
want.
I'm actually going to do something a bit more extravagant with it.
Yay, catapult!
I'm going to lob it off the side.
Off the side.
Just drop it off the side.
Now I'm
I
going
give you
to
this
throw
expensive
it.
dagger and then you throw it off.
Yes. And I'm going to throw it as far diagonally that way as I can, and then ready up to follow it up with a catapult.
Ah, nice.
A catapult can affect something up to 150 feet away, so I'll just toss
Okay,
the item
so-
and then start casting. And then launch it another 90 feet in that direction.
Okay. So, okay, so when the dagger hits the limit of how far it will roughly go based on your throwing ability, you then launch it. It careens into a wall that is about here in the distance, and then it clatters and falls down and down and down. Eventually you hear a very slight pinging sound echo all across this large chamber, but you can't be sure if that's the final the final sound of it hitting the floor, or what that was.
Or it just hit the wall again.
And finally, I'd launch a firebolt to see if the 120 feet in that direction, along the bridge. Just to have it light up momentarily as it flies through the air.
Okay. So 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see ahead of you, past this smaller gap, there is a section of the bridge spanning 25 feet, and then a gap of roughly 19 feet, and another section of 25 feet, and then another larger gap. At the very edge of where your bolt reaches, you can see like the fire shimmer against the walls of a structure in the distance, and you would estimate that the distance to the structure is about 150 feet, 160, somewhere in that range.
Well, there's something out there. So, Redden, you want to test out that rope now, or perhaps we should just send Quellen out for a little flight? She seems awfully fond of that little trinket of hers now, so...
Could be interesting, yes. Let's just send Quilena with her little floaty shield.
What? What was that about me?
We're suggesting that you go for a little flight.
I can fly. I take my shield out, and I go on it, and first, before I fly on it, I ask where to.
Well, there's a building somewhere off in the distance there. If you could bring some light over and show what it is.
I will just, before I get flying, I cast a light on a small bone that I have, and then I will start flying. I will fly 15 feet above the bridge before I start flying above that, and just start advancing.
Okay.
If I see anything above me, I would like to know. Like wings of death.
Above you, not below you.
Below me, above me, wherever I can see them.
The light source would be appreciated.
When I see these, I have a light source, the light that I've cast.
So then you emit
20 and then 20 dim.
Which in 20 is actually 40-20.
I'll just give you 60 of dim, since that's also your dark vision, so...
Okay. This is fun.
You hear a sudden smash from deep below. It's like a reverberating thrum through the walls of this chamber as something heavy and made of stone smashes against something deep below.
Did you count till the seconds?
The minutes.
Could you stop counting, Kothar?
Unfortunately, yes.
I keep.
Let's
flying.
not fall then.
Well, I won't fall. I'm flying.
Don't worry, there's a maximum to falling damage.
Good. How much is it? Is it above 13? Because that's the HP that I have.
It's slightly above 13, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little hint.
I think it caps out 120.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fucked.
I will go up to 30 feet before I advance further.
Okay. So here you approach a large structure carved partly into the side of a this would be a stalactite. There's a stalactite that comes down from from the darkness above you, and then there's a section that has been smoothed out and carved and then resurfaced in smooth stones all around it. There is an open doorway, and through that you see a slightly shimmering jade sarcophagus.
Jade
I will
sarcophagus.
keep flying. I won't land.
Okay.
Is the doorway tall enough for me to pass flying?
You will have to descend a little bit.
Can I keep hovering above the
Yeah,
floor because I don't want
you'll
to
be
touch the floor.
you'll be able to hover above the floor without any issue.
Okay.
You know you're fucked when your fucking tomb is pimped.
You get inside the structure and notice that you are on top of like a tiered structure. So there's a landing platform here. It descends to another platform here, and then.
How tall is the
to
roof here?
The roof is about 10 feet above your head here, and then to the jade statue straight down there's another 10 feet of drop.
Okay, so I would like to raise myself at least 5 feet above the floor,
Okay.
and then I will keep flying and check out this room. Let's see what we have here.
Okay.
Okay, so these stairs go up or down?
The stairs there head down.
All of them?
Yes, all of them. And there are extremely heavy looking metal grates placed in front of them. Each of them blocking access unless you... well, it looks like they're very sturdily made.
Okay, so before I check that, I will first check the coffin here.
Sure.
I will do a perception to see if I can notice anything out of the usual that I know of. I mean, if it's like there's I don't know, a small button or something. I don't know.
Well, aside from it being made out of slightly translucent jade, you can see inside the outline of a humanoid figure. You see a very tall, pointy hat on the head of this figure, and then some sort of a.
Or is it a skeleton, or is it like still like?
From what you can see just the outline. So this figure is wearing some sort of a long robe, so it's impossible to tell if it's fresh or if it's a skeleton or mummified.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's honest Abe in his nightgown.
Probably. Okay, now I would like to do to check this grate thing, whether it's a trap.
Okay, sure. Make a perception check.
Yep. I just lost my character sheet. There we go. Perception. Ah! Finally. I can finally see something. I stopped looking at my hands.
Yeah, you see that the grate here is... it looks like it's made out of cast iron, so it has to be extremely heavy to lift from where it is now. You can see that there are these rusted chains leading up into the ceiling, so there probably is a mechanism somewhere to lifting it, but you lose sight of where the chains lead. They are sunken into the ceiling. And
is there here? Oh! Someone picked up the axe, didn't they? I have an idea. Okay. I'm guessing the same goes to the other two doors with the
Yeah.
grates.
Yep.
Okay. So I will
You
kind of
you
fly.
also notice that directly above each of these grates, there is a
guillotine.
a beast a beast carved into the ceiling just above them.
A beast what carved?
This one has a dragon's head. This one has a goat, and this one has a lion.
Chimera again. Interesting. So now that I know this, I will fly back. Because, well, I have an idea. Since we're going to have some fun with those guillotines.
Kill your Odins.
Kothar, having seen that Quelana only checked the inside, is just like, nope, go back, do a loop around, check the building, see what else is there.
Oh.
Outside.
But
we see the light you're holding, we want to see the rest of the building.
I'm not the light bearer.
That's an honorable title.
By definition,
fact-
you basically are.
In
Yes.
fact, by Lathan standard, that would probably be the most honorable thing we could call you.
I would like to. Nah, actually, no. Never mind. La 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 la. Do I see a dragon beneath me?
No?
I'm kidding, but you know, this giant cave and all.
Would you like to?
I'd rather not. By the way, is it going down the building? I mean, is it held by anything, or is it just hovering?
It's a stalactite.
Yeah.
Yeah, stalagmite is from the
it's-
bottom or from the
Ceiling.
top?
This is coming from the ceiling. But at the same time, with all of the extra structure, it's quite likely that there's some sort of magic holding it aloft as well.
Huh. Well, now they can't see me, so that's wonderful.
This is where you
Finding
roll
myself
initiative.
Initiative!
No.
Yay!
You can keep going.
There's a wall
Yeah,
here.
this is just a boring chamber. Yeah, I had to limit
Yeah,
your...
I understand that. So I
Can't-
won't fly
I-
away.
Yeah, and I can't make like a 1,000 by 1,000 square map because it would never load on Roll20.
Yep. Unless you have a really good connection.
Even then, I'm sure that Roll20 itself would suddenly combust and burn to the ground, and we'd be blamed for it.
I would like to approach this this lovely hand. How big is it? I mean, the hand itself.
And I mean, it's big enough that you can rest, like you can lie on top of the palm very comfortably.
Okay, I would like to take the other rusty dagger and just place it atop it for a moment and see if something happens.
Okay,
If nothing happens, I will just pick it up.
nothing happens.
Okay.
Aside from the palm holding for a very brief moment a nice rusty dagger.
Yes, so I take back my rusty dagger.
Sure.
It doesn't get my rusty dagger. It's mine. Mine.
Good girl. Now, before you fully return, could you check what's holding the bridge up for us?
Nothing. It's flying. Let me check. What's down here?
There are these large supports that descend down into the darkness and then narrow down into what looks like a floating boulder.
Yes. Okay. I will not tell him yet that. I will just fly back.
Quelana, your previous expertise in the field of
Scribing.
a particular desert in the north and a culture that once lived there before it was a desert, you would know that they had floating cities and fortresses that would have had similar sort of rock stuff holding them
Huh.
up.
This shit is netherese?
I have no clue. I just know something about the culture.
Who said
so
netherese?
I will do a minor
I didn't say
illusion
anything
of
about
how
netherese.
it's held. And then after they see the minor illusion, I will change the minor illusion to the inner room, like the coffin that I saw.
So you're basically showing them like a Star Wars hologram.
Yes, I will constantly like, here's that, here's that, here's that,
Must
and then
be
I will
flickering
explain
with scan
regarding.
lines.
Oh, I will actually. 1 second. Before I land, I will actually land on the other side of them. I want to land on something hard, and I will get off my hovering disc. And then I will tell them that I saw these lovely 3 guillotine traps, and that this axe that we saw in the other room might come in useful for cutting away the trap.
There was no guillotine.
I know, but
Yeah.
I would define it as a guillotine
That was just-
because it would.
I was just making sure that there's no.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Disconnect there.
it's pulling your body up, and you're going to be. So I would define it as a guillotine, just less comfortable because it doesn't cut you; it just leaves you squished.
Based on what Quilana showed us and how legendary the netherese influence on magic is for casters, would I also know about it?
You can make a history, arcana, or religion check. Okay. You wouldn't know about the specifics necessarily. You know that they had powerful magic able to hold entire cities aloft. And you would probably know about the shoot, now I've forgotten the name of them.
The Metallars?
Yes, you would know about them.
What
So
are
you
those?
know that there is magic out there possible for that. And the last known time that was utilized was the netherese.
Let's just say that Mythalars are borderline 10th level magic effects. They're probably beyond that in some cases.
Mm-hmm. They are
So we
like
both,
currently near the impossible to create.
Yeah. So while certainly so far in the tomb we've seen powerful magic and certainly some hard work put into this, now that we know that it's netherese involved, this is big. Whatever this is big.
Let's make it our home. I like that statue.
Could we fix the bridge if we take it as our home?
Regarding that statue, I'd like to give it the other treatment. I don't like how it's looking at nothing. It must be bored. I want to show it a new.
Okay.
a
Sure.
whole
I mean the
fantastic
Stengar.
new
I mean the
world.
one that was labelled Stengar, of course.
So, 19 to hit for 6 fire damage. The same thing happens, aside from the fact that this time, as the gargoyle topples over, its wings suddenly expand to either side, and it swoops down into the darkness, and then you see it like curve over and head your way. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh shit!
It had to be one of them.
You had to wake it up, right? You had
Didn't
to.
see that coming.
Well, I expected there to be some kind of magic, but not an actual gargoyle.
Okay, I wish to tell the gargoyle. Just kidding. Eat him! Eat him!
See, I have a slight issue with this initiative roll. 1, I got a 5. 2, my back is to the fucking thing.
Well, just ignore it.
I'm doing the ignore it and hope it goes away.
Balls.
Yes.
Please let me go for the gargoyle.
And this
So-
is where we shall end for tonight.
Yes. I just wanted to
Joy! I pissed off our actual gargoyle.
That is
Oh.
joy.
I had hoped of getting us through this whole dungeon
Really?
tonight.
You know
You
us,
and your
But-
Tails.
But then you went and started picking at bones and pissing off gargoyles.
I
So-
had
And
to pick
pissing on
bones.
things.
Yeah.
You left me with a lot of stuff to do. What could I do? That's the only thing I do. I pick up at the stuff.
Other things.
I mean,
Neil was
basically, read
actually
my character.
supportive.
Theo, read my background, and you will kind of
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. That's why I gave you all that information without
Yeah.
having you make a check.
Thank you.
So,
Well then,
that was
Yeah,
an
that's
interesting one.
interesting. Do you want to end the stream?
Any questions, comments, concerns?
Yes.
Anything?
I have a concern. My back's to that gargoyle.
No, that's actually not concerning as much as Kothar hitting statues for random reasons. What's with that?
they're statues. There's powerful magic here. I was considering doing it to the dwarves, but I didn't want to disgrace a certain one's memory,
Okay,
even
so
though
here's
that's a
the
bit
thing.
OOC.
Here's the thing. You detect a lot of magic, right? Or at least you know that this society has great magic, and then you go off and hit their things.
Yes.
I mean,
It's called experimenting by poking.
yeah.
I
Clearly,
I don't
that's
think
the safest
best way
option.
to go about it. I mean, in my personal opinion, when something is dangerous, leave it be and go away.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, you poke things until you understand what they do,
Yes.
and then you poke them
Magic,
some more
scientific
until they don't do that.
Yeah, I guess. Though I'm still shaken by almost being burnt to crisp.
Kothar likes his fire. He is
Clearly.
of Laythander after all.
I would like to teach you a spell, Chill Touch.
I have an on-fire spell, don't worry.
Don't burn everything. We need some loot out of it. If everything burns, we don't get anything.
The only reason why I keep shooting him is just pure destruction desire. Even if it wasn't a gargoyle, it's like, ooh, I can break that thing.
I don't think you actually broke the other one. I think it was the dagger that fell onto the ground.
It broke.
I'm not sure. I mean, it could have been.
Unless a dagger makes a deep, rumbling, resounding sound, I don't think that happened.
At least
So
one of
what-
them was a real gargoyle.
At least
Doesn't
one.
matter
I
if
like
double-
that saying. At least one.
At least one.
Statues that ended up toppling over when I hit them with something as measly as a firebolt. It's like, ooh, can I topple over the other one too?
Yeah, I guess. Afterwards, we still need to deal with the guillotine traps. So,
Yes, then we shall unleash doom upon the world as we probably violate that sarcophagus.
well, I
Oh, wha-
have to see if it has buttons in it.
Oh well, that's like a whole different adventure.
Yeah.
That's like 10 years down the line, in
Nah,
character.
nah. We will
Yeah.
we will open this grave and it will
And,
resurrect itself and kill us.
A band of first level characters is sent down to discover who disturbed the piece of this ancient tomb, and
It will be
their
marked
iPhones
all
and
over
their
by
apps.
content. Yeah.
then Champ at that point will either be dead or president of a very a very large country.
Yes.
Named UPP.
Here's the thing, though, about the guy with the triple layer crown, and it was a dragon he was firing at, right? In the depiction.
No, demon.
No,
demon.
yeah.
Real question: is it him in there, or is it a lich in there that they tried to seal?
Well, we could open and check. I need
Fi-
to check
Oh.
if there are buttons.
Find out on the next episode
Oh.
of Banter Roll and diddly. The
Perfect.
end credits start rolling.
Next
Produced by the Sepola.
1/48 of a year from now.
148.
Because it's 1/24th part of a year since we had this last time. So 1/48. Obviously.
Confused. Very confused.
Yes. It's science.
So did you add the second? What was it? The second quote that we added? There was a second quote.
It's really shitty that my familiar died, though.
That's the
Yeah,
second
you can
quote.
always summon that.
Well,
Is there a way I can revive it?
I mean, you can resummon it, can't you?
Yeah, if it's using the basic Find Familiar setup,
Yeah.
then I can resummon it, yes.
You can use that.
And re-atomize it. I was actually kind of sad on your behalf when that happened.
Yeah,
You didn't really get to
didn't
use
get
it
it.
much.
I was
I've
picturing
used it
Ninja
far
Kid.
much more than other familiars.
Go what?
I tried to run
I mean,
all the
I-
way back.
I wanted
so
to
now
give you some information from the familiar, but you know, then it combusted and popped. So, oh well.
Yeah,
I guess no lordoms for you.
for now. It was not intentional.
You wanted to. kill
I actually didn't expect it to be resummonable, though.
No, I gave you a familiar. It's gonna be your familiar.
You can see it on his face
Yeah.
that he didn't expect it.
But I was more thinking because
I
this is the
expe-
variant version familiar,
Yeah, well,
which agreed to enter into service, which is more like it's not actually a Find Familiar spell, it's a actual real-world familiar. And if
yeah,
that
but
dies,
it's a spirit bonded to you, so it'll be the first one to hear the
there's
call,
the other
kind
call.
of.
Ah,
What do I roll to pee?
You don't roll anything to pee, you can just pee. And then, if you want it to be very mighty or long lasting or whatever, then, you know, then you have to start rolling Constitution.
I've missed Yahon and his
Don't
Fun
say
zone.
that.
I've missed him.
Don't
the internet
ever
is still
tell
shit,
him
so-
that. Never.
There won't be any streaming from this part though, like for the time being. Until I launch my shit company, and then I will feature that for it.
Yeah.
Then I'll have giveaways. A shitter for every.
A porta
I
potty.
really like
A
Shay's
porta
idea
potty for everyone.
Torm's scented Wunderbaum. The button-shaped Wunderbaum.
That's as good a place as any to end the stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
See you
Bye-bye.
next time.
Okay. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was that was amazing session. We'll be back next Monday, unless there's any sudden changes. You all have a good night. Goodbye.